I knew I couldn't get away from that. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Animal House Radio Show. Got a great show for you lined up tonight. We got a special in-studio guest, the one, the only, the omnipresent Mr. No Filter Paul, a.k.a. Paul Field.
Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Mr. and Mrs. No Filter Paul.
Mr. and Mrs. No Filter.
.com.
Dave Hodge is in the house. 2 weeks
Hello.
in a row. That's a milestone for him.
We're on 2 weeks in a row. It helps.
Yeah.
The only reason he's here is because you told him the show started at 7:45.
Yeah, right?
And I got here at 8:30.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Thank God there was no meet and greet or we missed it.
Yeah.
Gisela Bella is here.
Am I? No, I'm here.
Yes.
Hi.
And Paul Veneer is out sick today. He's not
got a
feeling
venereal
well.
disease.
Yes, Paul Venereal. And he'll be back next week for the
So we're going to have
Christmas party.
Dave write the words today.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
Dave.
For what?
You'll see.
Whatever.
People are very jealous of my vernacular.
Vernacular.
So
I got a pair of binoculars. I can't see across the room.
You need a paper and
I have X-ray vernaculars. I got kicked out of the locker room.
I'm not hearing anything on the headphones. It's sounding real weird. But
No, that's just
good.
your voice.
That's good. Never mind. Yeah, so we got a great tonight on the show. Joining us at in the 10 o'clock hour, you may remember him from the Howard Stern Show and the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Stuttering John Melendez. He's going to be talking about his new book that he's got out, and it's already a bestseller. It's called Easy for You to Say, and it's pretty much a tell-all, which surprised and not surprised. I'm just surprised it didn't come out a lot sooner than it did.
He says he wants to get sued by Howard so he sells more.
Nah.
No, he said that. He actually said
Did he really say
Yeah.
that? Oh, well. Well, that would be in sensationalism. And but then all the money that he sues him that he makes, he's going to have to pay Howard.
Exactly.
You know, so it's
Yeah, but you want to be that like high-selling author, so it's always so they get you a second book.
yeah.
Look at that hooker, that porn star that fucked Trump, man. She has to get that money back, but she's making like 3 times as much talking about it, right?
Yeah.
No, she's not actually.
Do you
No, she's losing money because her attorney is fucking screwing her.
Oh, Avenatti, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not.
And she's
he's,
got to pay
literally
for it. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
he's got in trouble for domestic violence or something.
Yeah.
But them two were, who knows what's going on? But listen.
Is this
But he set up GoFundMe pages, and she hasn't seen a dime, nor has her legal fund. She hasn't seen the the documentation of her legal fund that he's supposedly handling.
Why would a porn star who's doing appearances need a legal a GoFundMe?
Because you're suing the federal government. It's not cheap.
Go fuck me.
Yeah.
Is it still domestic violence if your girl's from overseas?
Yeah.
No, it's international violence. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. We're going to have to get a legal expert in here and find that out.
Yes.
That's funny.
But speaking of GoFundMe, that whole thing with the scam that they pulled with the vet and all that.
Oh, it's terrible.
I mean, they had me. I felt bad, and it was all. Now the girl's saying they forced her to do it. Yeah, okay. They put a gun to your head and said, help us raise
They
money.
just all got busted.
Yeah, that's
I know.
That's
been a while.
basically what happened.
But
You know what I'm saying? Somebody got greedy and then everybody got busted.
Well, what happened? They started posting these pictures of them like on lavish vacations.
Yeah.
They were like, "Wait, how are you doing this with your salary? But you're able to do this. Where'd you get the extra money from?" It's like, "Oh yeah, we all gave it to you."
No, you know what it is? That got them in trouble. The guy with the
Well,
Bob.
that's
The
what I'm
husband.
No, Bobbitt said he started complaining, "Where's my money?"
That's where his
then
dick
when
is.
And then they started
But
digging.
I thought he was in on it too.
No, he was, but
Yeah.
he started complaining, "Where's my money?" So
He
they
didn't get
started
his
digging
cut.
a little deeper, and then they realized.
Yeah,
that
you didn't.
Right. But then he became selfish.
It's like in Goodfellas when they didn't want De Niro didn't want to pay everybody, so he started whacking them.
Right, he wanted.
Yeah, he wanted to keep the money for himself. Same thing.
But he ratted them out thinking that he was not going to be in trouble.
Right,
But
well,
he's
then-
in
then
trouble too. So now he fucked everybody.
He put what he
Over
did was
money.
he put too much. He brought
And
too
then you
much
know why?
attention
Because
to
Stax
it.
fell asleep in the getaway car.
Right.
Absolutely.
Jimmy, who loves you more than I do?
Oh.
Boy, this guy don't.
Make that call for you to go.
Janet in the live feed is saying, can Gisela move down a little bit because the word live is on her forehead?
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Move
Which way?
down.
Left or right?
This way?
They don't know that if they turn the phone the other
Wait,
way,
they
it
want
goes
me-
away, but
they
whatever.
want- They want me to go.
I don't know, so they just comment in the top
Make
of your head
believe
as
you
a
like
live.
Carlo.
Yeah, make believe that you and Carlo have touched each other in the 21st century.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I mean, so much, and there's this whole thing, and Gisela, as we wanted to bring it up about the Christmas songs.
Yeah. I mean, thank you. It's ridiculous that
Which ones?
What happened though? I don't even know the backstory.
Anything. It's the
Well, it started last year with Baby It's
Baby, It's
Cold Out.
Cold
They're saying
Outside.
it's like the
Because
guy's
they-
inviting her in to rape her. Come
Right.
on.
Well, no, but force himself on her, not rape necessarily.
it's not right. It's something
She
in
still
a
has
drink.
time to consent before that happens.
But they're going back and forth in this. Song
Everybody
anyway.
knows Mary took ecstasy and got gangbanged by the wise man, and she thinks she had a virgin birth. All right, we know the fucking truth.
Yeah, it was the old saying. We were all feeling Mary, so
Well,
she left.
You know the Island of Misfit Toys
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Rudolph. You
Nobody
know,
wants a Charlie in the box.
like it's like why is everybody being ultra sensitive?
No, now the whole thing. You know the movie The Christmas Story.
Because Rudolph is racist, that's why.
Now they can't. They're not allowed to show
Same
that
thing.
anymore because it's about bullying. But
Oh,
the bully
fuck
gets a beating in this movie, so
Yeah.
he gets his lesson. And Rudolph too, because he was like shunned.
And Pokemon is about animal abuse. How come we haven't stopped that yet?
You know what?
Because
Dave?
everybody's
You're
a bunch
right.
of freaking
You're
frauds.
absolutely-
That's
No,
why.
but cartoons can get away with it because look at South Park. They're the only TV show getting away with stuff anymore.
You know what scares me? They're gonna put all these kids coming up in a bubble, and then when reality hits them, these kids are gonna like crack in half because they ain't gonna know how to deal with it.
They're all living in
Well,
their
think about
parents'
this.
basements.
Carlo, it already started coming true. When people didn't get their way in 2016 after the election, people
Right.
started rioting in the streets. I didn't get my way!
Yeah, no.
We don't want a democracy.
People are crying when they said
What do you
were
mean they
gonna-
get the vote too?
with all this deportation stuff with the illegal immigration.
Why does Wyoming get electoral college votes?
Yeah, you got to shelter into place. This generation, and you want to know something, Dave? You said something a while ago. I forgot what we were talking about, but and
Anal
it scares
fisting.
me. This generation
Midget
doesn't
sex.
choose to serve.
Well,
they don't.
why would they?
Well, not only that, the few that can aren't able to because they're fat
Right.
and overweight.
Yeah,
That's the biggest problem with our
exactly.
military right now with recruitment. They're not able to get kids under 300 pounds.
Gene's talking shit over there. He can't even surf.
The ones that
soft
love
scoop
Call of
ice cream.
Duty have been playing it so long they gain so much weight they can't fucking join.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, and they don't. And that's bad for us because we need to bolster our military because it seems everybody's at odds with us now. And I could see it coming. Something down the road's going to happen with the Saudi government.
When
You know,
China invades,
I mean, and Russia, that's tenuous at best.
allegedly.
Yeah, and
What side is people going to be on? They do those ancestry tests, and they're like 7 races, and they're going to decide which country they're loyal to.
The one I live in. The one I live in.
well, Dave, what was your results that you did?
I am everything.
Except
Right.
Chinese.
Except from Greenland and Australia.
But they just changed it today. They actually just upgraded the software on Ancestry today, where they actually narrow it down a lot more. They added like 1,500 locations, and they can actually narrow it down more than just saying, "Hey, you're Eastern European." They can narrow it down.
More specific.
Yeah,
now?
more specific.
Oh, okay. I want to try that.
I don't know if you guys agree.
So,
with
$49 on sale, Carlo. What are you waiting for?
Don't you think it's ridiculous? Supposedly, if the story begins that we all began with Adam and Eve, aren't we all fucking related somehow?
Well,
Our
they all
DNA's
fucked, yeah.
connected? You know what I'm saying?
What if you believe that
Science
side
just,
of it?
well,
But I'm
hold
just
on.
saying.
Science just proved that all of our DNA comes from the two people.
So
from
then
South
everybody
Africa.
would be everything.
Sort of, yeah.
Seriously,
Well, not everybody, because the way haplogroups get divided along racial lines throughout history.
it's just crazy to me.
Yeah,
They're making money off of this. Like it's like funny.
I want to give a shout out to a bunch of
let's go a
people
little
in the
deeper
chat
than
room:
that.
Thomas Vieira, Julia Angelina, Julie G, Dennis Carini,
Cap Jr.,
Anthony Tornator, my old friend from
Thomas
the neighborhood.
Vieira.
Teresa Fasulo, Angelo Diora. Hey, Angelo.
Why does everybody you just named sound like a pastry?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they are. Angelo Diora, yeah.
And then you have Angelo Tornatore.
Now, let me ask you a
That's a
question.
pasta.
And I want everybody to be totally serious here. What is wrong with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that they got to take it off the air? What is it?
He's a racist.
They're considering it a racist. Not that Rudolph is
Why?
a racist. That
It's
they're
not
racist,
racist.
against him
No, it's
because he had a different color.
he was
nose.
People with
different.
red noses are beneath us.
So that means we should shun clowns? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
understand.
And Ruben.
They're clown shaming.
Yeah, Ruben.
I don't.
That's
I
like
don't.
saying I'm not going to hang with Ruben because he has a man bun.
I mean, it's an animated film. It's made up from imagination. That's what writing is about, creativity. So why
2 words,
now
Carlo,
you're
Weight
shunning
Watchers.
people's creative side?
Yes.
So they can't be who they want to be. They can't write what they want to write because we
Ruben
have to
just-
worry about the sensitivity of everyone else.
I
Ruben
love-
just asked Carlo to go to Weight Watchers. We've been waiting for you to watch and fix that outside of here
I
for like
love
5 years.
Ruben. He knows I'm only kidding. I say it out of love. But I grew up watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and look how good I turned out.
Yeah. Oh, ban it, everybody. Ban Rudolph. What do you think of?
Oh, wait, no, Paul. You
Bring
have,
in Heat
You have
Miser.
a new grandson.
Heat might
Yes,
off.
for 1 year. Yeah.
If he was in the house, would you let him watch that movie?
You talking about? He's watching porn right now. Why not? But what do you think about all these?
We're not talking about your daughter's cam show.
What do you? Yeah. Halfway through it, he's like, "Move the camera," and you hear "goo." But what do you think about people going not back in time, but going like to old TV shows and then judging it by today's values? What do you think of that stupidity?
Well,
that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous because, think about it.
Nothing from 1960 is going to be on TV ever again.
You think they would allow Archie Bunker to be on the air now?
No.
That could never be on the air today.
Well, just like the cartoons from years ago, they were smoking. Bugs Bunny was smoking.
They edit that shit, though.
In the 70s and the 80s, all the TV shows, all the movies, everybody was smoking, doing this and that.
What happened to the Tom and Jerry's with the big black lady?
Right.
Look at the
I
movie.
have all those on my phone.
Here's a perfect example. And Dave, were you here that day? We had Burt and Gilliam from Blazing Saddles. They would never, ever be able to make that movie today, Blazing Saddles. Forget about it.
But if South Park characters, they do it no problem.
Yeah, I'm surprised South Park flew in just under the radar.
And I'm not telling people how to live their life.
Yes, you are. You're going to do it right now.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, I'm not telling anybody how to live their life. They're getting rid of all the old school stuff, and they're bringing in new things like transgender. That's okay.
That's so hot.
2 gay people kissing on TV. That's okay. Everything's okay to push on our children.
Pink Mafia.
But yet, what we grew up with is not okay.
I saw Mickey Mouse with a strap on the other day, but I'm not sure it's the same as what you're talking about.
I just feel it's all or nothing.
The problem is that if you look at something hard enough, eventually you're going to find something wrong with it. You could say that about anything, about any movie. I mean, it's like I said, you're going to put all these people in a bubble. Oh, don't do this, don't do that. It's not about bullying. If you watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and you take from that, then there's something wrong with you because
you're a liberal.
When I'm watching that movie, I'm not thinking. I mean, you feel bad for the character because he wouldn't play, but the movie is a feel-good movie because he overcomes that problem, and it's a happy ending. So what
he gets
the hell
to dock with the other reindeer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And then the other side of the coin here, I'm thinking, the world must be in not that much trouble.
The world must be flat because he's able to get across the whole world.
For them to just be worried about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I guess the president must be doing something.
Until I see a real Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer talking.
Right. It's a fictional character, but it's not even.
But I'm saying, if I see a reindeer that's talking in front of me, I'm going to start feeling bad for it. But when it's on a piece of paper, it's bullshit. I don't care.
You know, I mean, we all watched it growing up, that cartoon or whatever Christmas thing.
And wait, how about the Christmas Story? That's banned, right?
It's banned because they said it's about bullying. But the bully, you know what?
But the bully loses,
the
right?
The bully gets his just desserts, so problem solved. What the hell? It was a funny movie. I mean...
Well, it also glorifies gun violence with shooting people's eyes out.
Well,
they're going to edit the first half of the movie out where he gets bullied and just show the bit where he punches a bully in the face at the end.
You know what, Dave? I don't get any...
Ninjas are murderers. We can't have that. You know, it's cultural appropriation.
Actually, I think they should keep Rudolph the Red-Nosed on because it actually shows a good point from being bullied, you know, Santa Claus being a bigot and everything. But then at the very end, the underdog is the one everybody runs to for help.
Right.
Including Santa.
Because Santa's only got white elves, right, Ruben? That's what it is. It's all about that.
Or white-tailed deer.
But it had, like you said...
Oh, that's okay. Where's the guy that played the manager? That said, you cannot be a dentist.
Yeah,
I don't know what Ruben's talking about, but we have to pretend we do because he works here.
He overcame the bully, but it was a funny movie. The father was a wackadoo with the leg lamp and all this other stuff. I thought of it as a funny movie. I didn't look at it and say, "Oh, this kid's getting bullied."
And all the vegetarians sad about the duck on the table.
You know, I mean, it's just crazy.
Rah, 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 rah.
I mean, if you, like I said, you could sit there and look at any movie and pick it apart and pick it apart and pick it apart, and eventually you're going to find something wrong with it.
Yeah, especially like the Christian movies.
But you know what the problem is, though? They go out, these people go out and they protest, and everybody caves immediately.
Yeah, they don't even put up a resistance anymore. They don't.
That's the bigger problem.
They just, it's like, and not to use a dated reference, but this is what happened in World War II with Winston Churchill. He kept saying, "Oh, give them this territory."
Winston Churchill never said that. Neville Chamberlain said that.
Well,
there's a big difference between the two people. Yeah, one of them wanted to kick some ass.
About
100 was a pussy.
About 100 pounds.
What I'm trying to say is they did appeasement. They kept saying, if we
one's
give
Paul before the surgery, one's Paul after the surgery.
Oh my You know what Paul and Dave remind me right now of? The two guys from the Muppets that hang on the balcony. That's them right now.
Yeah, and you're the drummer.
I love Animal.
That's why it's called Animal House.
I love Animal.
And Carlo's the little cuck fucking Muppet in the back that just watches Mrs. Piggy get railed. Sorry, Kermit it's called, right?
Now, who
I
are
put
you?
my mispronounced car.
What, used to, or what? Beaker and Hunson B. What is it? Bunsen B.
Get a
Huntington?
reference for it, Carlo, and then you can say it.
Oh, shut up, you fucking dirty ass lineman. Cheap ass. You don't even take your wife out, do you? I ain't got no money. What about the fucking cupcake business that you destroyed 30 years ago? He keeps bringing it up.
Hey, Johnny P. Sorry about your loss. And if you
yeah.
want to ask that question, you're asking the wrong person, honey.
What's the
Yeah.
question?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued now.
Carmen Marino, one of my old friends from grade school. Good to he's out in Texas. Good to see you, buddy. In the
One of them's
chat
still
room.
alive.
Yeah, you know what? And Dave is right. He hit the nail on the head. When anything, nobody even challenges anything anymore. It's like, okay, give them their way. Okay, we'll put a bathroom in here for you. And even this bullshit over the summer with
I identify as a cupcake.
The
I want money from the shop,
the
and I need my own bathroom.
The Hazlitt football team had the Indian logo.
Yeah.
They gave them a hard time. Come on. See? And the funny part about it is, it's not even an American Indian protested about it. It was a black guy. What does he care about just an American Indian for the football team's logo?
Wasn't Hazlitt the school where the head teacher was taking a shit on the racetrack?
No, that was Howell.
Oh, okay.
Must have been a protege of yours,
Yeah,
huh?
there you go.
Oh, my goodness.
What else you got?
All right,
Joe?
well, I'm going to
What was that
say
question?
question.
What was the question that guy had?
I'm not repeating it. It's not
That
gonna
bad?
work.
No, it's about something
something
that,
stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Show us your tits. It's not a question.
Basically, Johnny, I love you, but come on, you have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What are you wearing?
how do you feel about Charity?
She's pretty hot.
Isn't she hot?
Who?
She goes
No.
back on stage at 10:30.
Especially you, because I
Who?
know. How do you feel about Charity in general?
What do you mean?
Charity?
Charity. Yeah.
Well, Denise does a lot of it.
I know,
sure he's,
but I'm saying how do
I don't
you
have a lot
feel
of spending
about
money, and then these people that are poor, half of them take advantage of it. That's the problem.
You know what, Paul? I want to call you out.
I said half, to
No,
be
you
clear.
talk a good game, but if you deep down inside, if somebody needed help, you'd be the first one to help.
I've helped people.
You do.
I paid for you to get an Uber.
No, no, yeah, you
Did I not? I'm not lying,
I
right?
had to go to the high, wound up
Right.
having pneumonia, and he paid for. and
Right,
you
see, so
also-
I'm not that much of a scumbag.
Well,
And he still owe me that $6 Let me get it really
I
clear.
never said you were a scumbag.
I may not make it through all 9 fucking stages of hell, but I'm still gonna be there. I'm Paul.
But you helped out. You helped Brendan out? Didn't you let him stay with you for a while or something?
I did a
Everybody
lot
let
with
him stay
Brendan.
every day,
He
so.
stayed everywhere.
Yeah, you know. I mean,
I had to move house at 3 o'clock in the morning. He woke up and he was sitting in the middle of a highway.
Does there come a time where you say I got to draw the line, even with
When
Denise
people don't
going
help
on and stuff?
themselves, my wife will help people more, only because I recognize when people won't help themselves a lot quicker.
No, but do you get mad at her because you think some people are?
You know what?
taking
I'm at the
kindness-
point where what the fuck am I going to do about it?
No, but do you think that some people are taking kindness for weakness? Because she seems like she's very sentimental.
She's starting to toughen up too.
She is,
though, I've noticed.
but out of like, see, she's helping like over 30 families this year for Christmas for
Right.
gifts. I guarantee 5 or 6 of them are scammers, and then another 5 or 6 of them will be getting 20 other people to help them too. So they're doing better than me and you.
Well, I'm just curious that if she was ever in need, would they step up? That's
No.
what I would.
Once
like to-
once in a
No,
while,
she's helping people that can't afford to get help themselves. That's so they're definitely not.
No,
gonna
but
be
I
able to help
get.
her.
I mean, eventually they're going to get to a point where I guess they'll.
no, they won't.
You hope they will,
No.
but
Right.
that doesn't always work.
They'll sell those gifts that she buys the kids to get their heroin, so it doesn't make a difference, really, does it?
I would love
But
to
they
help
can make
more
money
people.
besides that.
I would make sure that what I'm doing or giving is going to where it needs to go. That's the most important thing. But
Well, that's why she won't give people cash, because people take cash and do
she
whatever
has
they
a
want.
heart the size of Texas, and she is the first one to jump on board.
She must have. She's with you.
Well, yeah, see, that's a charity case. But, you know, and I am too, but I'm a little, you know, she's the, you ever hear that 2 stories where the 2 people are on the hill, one runs down, the other one walks down? She's the runner, I'm the walker, but I still want to help.
She came back down the hill with 250.
Yeah.
See,
No,
she
I'm
has
gonna-
the heart of Texas. I have the heart on the size
I'm
of
just
Texas.
gonna tell you.
the size of Texas.
This past
That's
weekend.
you.
I know, yeah.
This past weekend, I woke up in the morning. You know, first thing we do now in this new generation of ours, we check our phone or check our internet.
Right.
And I'm on Facebook, and this woman did not ask for help, but she simply wrote a status saying, "How do I tell my children that there will be no Christmas tree this year?"
Tell them they were bad.
Period. The end.
Look, they're
Tell 'em they were
fucking
bad.
Jews. Haven't they figured it out yet?
So wait a minute. and wait, Paul, she is Jewish.
Well, why should she need a fucking Christmas tree
Okay.
then?
She ended up, it's a pretty sad story if you read it. She didn't ask for help. She ended up having to adopt her 2 grandkids because they lost their parents in the fire in California.
Gotcha.
Right.
And then now she's in the process of adopting another little boy named David.
Right.
He's 4 years
Well,
old.
he's a good kid.
Was from Jerusalem?
And
You're from Fort
so
Ord.
now she has. So she's also a widow, an army.
You realize that's
widow.
just clever reverse psychology by not asking you for help, right?
She
They just
didn't-
post something.
She didn't.
Everyone's
no.
dying of cancer. Good morning, everybody.
No, let me just tell you something. So there were people replying, maybe something like you just said, very rude to her.
There's
Teach the kids tough love. You could buy a tree for $5. Tell them to make their own Christmas tree. You were going down.
I'm
this
not down
all-
with the kids, man. But the
Wait.
problem is half the people on the internet are
It
lying.
was-
They don't even have kids. They just want your money.
It was negative, 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 negative. So all morning I'm reading and I'm going down and I'm saying I'm getting pissed off and pissed off and pissed off. Finally, I come across someone replied a nice thing.
It
saying-
was Carlo Bellario. He said, "I've got candles
No.
for sale,
Stop
$6.99."
stepping on everybody.
Her,
$10.
her name is Janessa, and she's actually
Janessa and Gisela.
Isn't that funny? She's actually a mutual friend of mine. I met her through Angel Salazar. She's
Okay.
her his photographer that she filmed for him for the Al Pacino press and all that
She's
stuff.
out of the name dropper.
So anyway, Janessa wrote to her saying, "Give me your inbox. I would like to deliver you a fresh cut tree."
yeah, she drove 7
So
hours to do
wait,
it, too.
so now above and beyond that, she actually drove 7 hours to be
Yeah.
there. And since she's a professional
have
photographer, she bought outfits for the 3 kids, Santa Claus, and she went to the park with them. She taped the whole thing. So I said, "Wow, that's amazing." I thanked her for doing that. And then I offered to get her, decorations for the tree. Ruben offered to get lights.
Nice.
She took him off his
Sharon
Uber
offered
car.
to get
Well-
some decorations. Maureen also gave $20 for this. So she didn't want anything
Everything is
at all. So even though we're telling her, she goes, "No, I didn't write this."
But it was
to
a
get
real.
anything."
You actually figured out this was actually a real case.
It's a real case.
But there's so many scammers on the net.
But
That's
you're
so
right
hard.
about
It
that.
is.
That's
It's
the
hard to-
difficult part. It
well,
is
see,
difficult.
that's where I see, Paul. You
So
said
you're
something
like
that makes
him
it.
in some way.
No. I want to help people. Most of the time, my help will not be financial because I'm day to day myself. But I'll step up 100% in other ways. But Paul said something that at being a guy who grew up on the streets in Newark, I tend to question everything. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to help. She didn't come right out and ask for help, but she planted the seed.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, and I now that I know it's legit, but I
know.
did question it, and I would drive 7 hours for her too, just like Denise. And I'm sure Paul yells at Denise, take it easy, because
Right.
you don't know.
But she could have made a GoFundMe case and made money off of this.
you
She
know what?
didn't.
But everybody with the GoFundMe is I did
Most
it.
of those are scammers,
I had no
too.
choice to do it because
You never know what you're doing.
I was looking at 30 years, and I felt I wasn't a sick kid with cancer.
Right.
This I didn't
And
lose my health.
I'm embarrassed of it. that
I
he did
am
What,
that.
too.
him going to jail?
No,
Oh.
of the GoFundMe. I'm not.
I had no choice.
I have a lot of pride. I'd rather do it out
And I
and
told
suck
everybody,
it up than get help.
listen,
That's just me.
I was upfront with everybody. I used a lot of money. The money I used to pay off the bail bondsman, the small deposit. Even though my lawyer basically didn't charge me a lot, I had to give him a little something. And then at one point, I had to live off of it. So I'm not going to lie. I did. I had to pay a bill or two out of that money. But people helped me. But I was looking at 30 years. I never in a million years would you think that would have happened to me. But
That you're going to live 30 more years.
Right.
And look, now we have to suffer this radio show because you didn't go to jail.
No.
Yeah, no,
I
but
mean,
you know
and there
what?
was a time that I feel like maybe someone took advantage of me, but just reading someone.
Yeah, Carlo, you haven't kicked him out yet.
No,
Yeah.
they
Knows
need,
where she's pointing the pen, right? Yeah.
they needed
She's pointing at
they needed money. They were
you realize
hungry.
she's living in my house, right?
Wait, they needed money. They were hungry,
Always change the show.
and I actually put $20 in their account so they could eat supposedly. And it was a mutual friend of ours, and he's like, "Why'd you do that for? Why'd you give him the money?" And now he's gonna always ask you, and I'm like, "Well, he said he was hungry, and then after he got the money, he bought himself a cup of coffee, 2 packs of cigarettes, and I'm like, what a jerk
weed.
off I am."
Well, let
I
me
didn't
a-
give him money to smoke. I gave him money to
Dave's
eat.
kid
All right.
came up to me last year and said, I can't afford a Christmas tree, so I just stole one off next to his lawn.
No, in all seriousness now,
Oh, God.
this applies to
They were
everybody
Jews.
here.
Figure that one out.
Paul, if you're walking, say you're in New York City, you're walking.
Walking here.
No, I don't give money to beggars.
What would you do if they said, "I want something to eat. I want money to eat"? You're not
I'd
going
buy
to give them money.
I'd buy him a slice of pizza. They were
Yeah,
$1.
exactly. You give them
Me
food.
too.
That's what Denise does that. When people want their bills paid, we can't pay their electric and it's going to get shut off. She collects money, but then she goes and pays the bill at JCPL or PSEG.
To make sure it goes.
She doesn't give them their
bill.
crack money.
Well, I noticed. I saw one thing that she did. She went to the Wawa and the
That's
next,
just a pay it forward thing, which she pays.
yeah,
for
the next 10 people in line,
Yeah.
she would just pay for their stuff.
I got at the back of the line and I had 17 packs of cigarettes.
But I
I don't know, Dave. What do you feel about that? I know Paul already answered. So.
No, I mean, I feel the same way. Like, if I could help anybody, I would love to, and I do when I can. But if it's somebody I know and I know they need it, sure. The random people, for the most part, no.
right.
Every now and then, you could see, like, if you see a homeless person, you could tell they're homeless. Like the lady that has brand new clothes on that's trying to ask for money, sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I actually saw a lady. I was with my son coming back from the city last weekend, and lady's sitting there by the train station, and she goes, "I'm only working part-time now." I'm like, she had a nice coat on. She had better shoes on than me. Fuck her.
Right.
When you can afford more than I have, you don't need my money.
There
If
was
you fuck her, you could give her $20.
There was
for
a
that.
news story where this couple was going out and begging for every day, and they were making a lot of money.
No, I know people that do that.
And then one guy followed them home, and they followed him back, and they lived in a mansion.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about mansion, but I know the twin brothers in Jersey City. They live up in the Heights in Jersey City. They go down to where the Tunnelly Circle is, heading towards the Holland Tunnel.
Right.
And literally, they take turns doing shifts there.
Are they they're not poor? They're just trying to
They,
scam.
they dress like they're poor. Yeah, they're collecting hundreds a day.
Right.
You get those assholes that dress up in military uniform too, and I'm not like
They're
a
in
one-
their new Jordans
The
sometimes.
crippled woman from Staten Island that wasn't really crippled. She ended up being a really sexy hot babe.
break her
after
fucking
about
legs, and then
20
she's crippled. And
I
she's
have
fine.
no legs.
All right, what do you
I
guys-
have no
money.
legs.
What do you guys think that?
No, do you ever see Trading Places?
Yeah.
What do you guys think in the chat room? If you're out and about and someone comes up to you, a homeless person or a person down in their luck, and they wanted money or something to eat, what would you guys do? What is your reaction? If you wanna call up and tell us what you would do if you had an experience with a homeless person, the number is 718-701-8249.
Well, she needed the money.
And I'm going to go with a
Oh, wait, what
lighthearted question next. If
Where'd you-
money was no object, what is something that you would buy for yourself?
Two girls at the same time.
No, a something.
You can buy that.
If you have to pay for that, then
No,
you
say-
have problems.
What you have to buy yourself?
He would buy an unlimited
Just for
supply of
yourself.
protein
To
bars.
be, this is all for you. If you could get
I would
anything
buy 3
for
more people
yourself
that have never
without
been in my
money
living
not
room.
being an object, what would it be?
Not an object.
Right. Money is no object. You can
Oh.
get anything you want.
Right now, at this point,
At this point in your life, there's
I would build myself a brand new radio studio, state of the art. I mean, like with the boards, like you would be in a recording studio.
It would
That's
work.
Well, that boy's been in a recording studio in 1964.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would buy myself a studio and then go on. Take
No, you need a
everybody on
studio with
vacation.
like an apartment on the side of it. Let's be honest. Do the whole thing.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. I would do soup to nuts, have enough room to have a little.
I'm gonna buy the whole neighborhood a car. Oh fuck, I'm
if
broke.
somebody wants to call in and answer the question, what number do they
The
call?
number is 718-701-8249. Call us if you had an experience with a homeless person. If they approached you on the street, what would you do? Would you give them money? Would you offer them food? If you did offer them food, did they turn it down because they didn't want that?
Oh, that happened to me when I was 16.
You know, I
I gave them food. They threw right back at me. I was
Yeah,
like,
they go, I
wanted
don't
the
want
crack
this.
money, that's
right there,
why.
you learned that money.
I'm OP. I'm gonna stomp on their cake. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's crazy. But getting back to what Dave said earlier, during the time when I was down at him and Shay and Tim Eli, at certain points, they you know, if I had to.
You have good friends.
I have the best. I had to belittle myself and ask them. And Dave
Gisela,
is a
put the
single
phone
father,
number
and
in the feed.
Oh.
and
They're
Tim
asking
is
the phone
a
number.
single mother, single dad.
He's definitely a mother.
Number.
Yeah.
Talk about Ed Ruffalo again now.
718-701-8249. They're all. Shay is, you know, still paying alimony. He's got a family, and they all stepped up and send me money when I needed it. And I try to repay them back, but like I said, if I ever became into like a lot of money, everybody would be, I would make everybody whole. Believe me when I tell you. And that's why I brought people like Tim Eli on the show and Ed and Dave
He's in a
and
charity
Shay,
case?
because I saw something more than just radio talent, and they're just good people. So, and that's
And
why.
sexy.
And I feel, you know what? I
And
have them.
sexy. Say it.
Sexy with
Sexy.
no ego.
I'm looking at Carlo's
He's
iPad.
definitely sexy. Yeah.
I'm looking at Carlo's iPad, and this message just popped up. It said, "Yes, Carlo, we'll get you a Christmas tree. Don't cry."
Yeah. And Dave's a single father. I have a lot of respect for Dave. He's a single father, no matter what he does. And Dave's, I admire Dave because, Dave, you want to go? He's down to go anywhere. But whatever he does, he makes sure his son is fed and he's taken care of before he goes anywhere.
He's the best father in the world. He just gets his kid a 20-piece nugget and fucks off for 24 hours.
Hey, listen.
In the meantime, what else does he eat, though?
Nothing.
But you know what? That's if the kid is
That's a true
happy with
fact.
that,
Nothing.
that's what he likes.
Dude, I made a big pot of chili. He had 0.
I had more of it.
Yeah. Actually, no, I take that back. He had a bowl of just the meat.
That's
he
funny.
No, before I put it, he made sure I put a bowl on the side.
Let me tell you something. He takes.
And I had to split that with him because he was like, "That's too much."
He's like, I had to go to the store. I had to get my son a pizza. He takes care of a goddamn intern. I got to tell you, he really does.
No, doesn't know values for his health, but he takes care of him. Pizza,
The
McDonald's.
kid plays sports. Come on, he works that shit off.
You know what? He's got a metabolism now. We'll know what happened when that starts.
Yeah, well, by then he'll figure out what he wants.
Yeah,
to
you
eat.
better get him out of that before he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you also got to remember the kid's lazy, so he's gonna want to shop for himself. And you can't fucking hold on the nuggets for a week.
And speaking about shopping for
What's wrong
yourself,
with you?
what would you get, Dave, for yourself? If money's no object.
The first thing you would buy,
transsexual.
Pay off his mortgage.
Pay off the mortgage. Yeah,
I do that too.
He just bought a new house, so
No, actually, I would
congratulations.
buy a different house if money were no object, and then sell that one.
No,
I'd buy something I like a lot better.
I'd buy another house and put my wife in it.
There you
Well,
go.
do you have any property out in the UK?
Not until my parents die.
Oh, good.
Didn't he just pass away, your dad?
No,
Nice,
but
my
his
mom's still
mother's still
alive,
alive.
though.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just
God
saying. I
forbid.
don't know.
That bitch better not have done a reverse mortgage on that. I'll stab
No.
her myself.
Yeah.
Find that shit out.
So what would you do?
No more
with the
Christmas
money?
cards for her.
If you came into a ton of money, unlimited supply of money, what would be your first?
He does that every paycheck.
Your first impulse buy.
Yeah, spend it.
No, you come right
Impulse
into
buy or something rational.
Well,
Rational, I'd
is
do
it-
what he
is
said.
it-
I'd pay
Not
my.
rational, like something like a guilt, like that.
Oh, I'd go buy
you
that. I
want.
go buy that fucking McLaren car that
Bunny
Ice-T got.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Bunny Ranch.
He
Yeah,
got in
that
trouble
fucking
with it
car.
because of the Easy Fast.
Yeah, no, because he didn't
Bunny
have a
Ranch.
license plate or a registration either.
Oh my God.
Bunny,
Yeah, well,
Bunny
I-
Ranch.
Thank God he was iced tea, huh?
What about you, Joe?
What
Spend the
would
weekend
I do?
getting fucked into a
For,
coma.
for like
I would
17 grand.
probably
Yeah.
buy a recreational
money's no
vehicle
object.
and just keep going.
What?
I would buy a recreational
There's
vehicle
oceans.
and keep
Like,
going.
RV?
Yeah.
Oh really? Oh okay.
I'd like a nice
She
one,
says
like-
recreational
like,
vehicle.
Wait,
Like
wait, wait.
$1 million ones?
Like Ron White.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, one of them.
Oh, a tour
Oh.
bus.
$1.2
That's
million
not an RV. A tour bus.
That's
No,
a nice-
some of them are RVs that are souped
Yes.
up to look better
No,
than
I
the tour buses.
I
though.
seen one that it was so souped up, and then the
They
bottom.
go for like
panel
$1
come out.
million if you do it right. Yeah.
No, I saw one, Dave, where it was a beautiful tour bus, and
Marble
then this
floors, right?
the bottom panel dropped down, and then his car came out of underneath it. He had his car with him that he could drive.
You were
everywhere.
watching Transformers at the movie theater,
No,
weren't
remember
you?
you saw that? It was on a video
Oh,
ad.
yeah.
The car was underneath the tour
crazy,
bus, and
but, yeah, it was
it was
nice.
like almost like something out of a James Bond movie. It was really good.
Gisela, you say a recreational vehicle. We call it a Sibian, but you call it a recreational vehicle.
I call it something I can't afford.
That's a sad-
Look at the inside of that one.
It's beautiful, right?
Yeah, that's a tour bus.
Yeah.
It looks like
It's
somebody.
an RV.
I know.
It's an
Isn't
RV.
that
That's nicer
amazing?
than my house.
Whose is it?
That's
A
just
luxury RV.
7 incredible multi-million-dollar motorhomes.
Yeah, that's got to be a celebrity.
Good night, Maureen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night. I know you're going to bed early.
It's not anybody specifically.
Where is
it's
she
just-
going to bed?
that's-
What is she? A senior
That's one of the
She has to go to
packages
work.
they sell, Carlo. That's
What?
not somebody specifically. That's part of one of the packages they sell.
Oh wow.
Costs a couple $1 million. So yeah, I'm with you on that. You have the money to do get right there.
Yeah.
Travel.
you
I
don't
mean,
have
that's
to
a
worry.
waste of money.
I mean, especially
no,
you
it's not.
guys.
You like-
you guys are comedians. You
Right.
need something
to take
like that.
to go on the road. I would
Here's,
love to take.
but
you
here's
on.
my problem. Here's
You
my
can
problem.
buy it and then go to all the open mics across the country.
Fuck that. I'll do shows in it. They'll be bigger.
No, that's true.
The problem with that, right? See, I did really well for a couple of years, and I went out and bought a sports car cash, and that was great for a
What kind
couple of
was
years until I had to start paying money to keep it up,
What kind of
fix it.
car
It was
was
a
it?
350Z when they were brand new,
Oh, okay.
and it was
Datsun?
great. No, yeah, exactly. But for 3 or 4 years, it was amazing. But then it started having problems, and it's expensive to fix, and it goes downhill,
Yeah,
and it's a big waste of money. That kind of thing to me would last 3 or 4 years, and then I wouldn't have the money to keep it up. And maintenance on that shit must be retarded.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're talking about money not being an option. You're
No,
talking about
to buy
money's a
one
problem.
thing. She didn't say
Yeah,
you have
that's one
unlimited
thing.
maintenance money.
Yeah, no, not just
No
one
maintenance
thing.
money. You buy it, and then if it falls apart,
Anything you buy falls apart, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's-
What you're saying is irrational.
It's a lovely journey.
I would
The
I
way
would
that
rather
goes.
buy something that is.
You
I don't
buy a house, the house is going to fall apart eventually.
True.
But you have equity in the house too.
know. Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's worth nothing, though.
Well, if
according
Shay
to
was
Shay
here, he
Farrell.
would buy another
He'd
motorcycle.
say it's worth nothing. How much
Until
is your
somebody
house?
buys it.
Until somebody buys it.
That's true. It's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
That's right.
But it still has equity. They're
Doesn't
willing.
matter.
to
The equity
give
is
you-
fictional until you sell
Yeah.
it.
No, because they're willing to give you a loan based on it, so it has to have value.
Yeah, but the banks don't give a fuck because they'll just take the house.
That's true.
Well, that's if you get to that point, yeah.
That is
Welcome to
true.
America. The bank will take your house.
Sharon, you're up.
And
Yeah.
leave you in the black mold.
Yeah.
She's up, Sharon.
Did
Don't
you-
call Ruben black mold. He's
All
half
right, ready? Now,
Pakistani.
here's a funny question. If you can get rid of one network on TV or cable...
Hamilton.
HamiltonRadio.net.
No, TV, only TV or cable, which one would it be and why?
MSNBC.
BET, because why the fuck should they get their own channel?
They don't.
And rub it, no, but they rub it in our face. If we started white TV, they would kick the
Every
shit.
other channel is white TV.
But no, but they're allowed to watch it too.
yeah, and we're allowed to watch that too.
I'm not watching BET. How many
Well, then,
fucking?
but you have the choice. You
how
can.
many Medea movies?
They don't show that on there.
movies?
I
don't
would
like
get,
that.
I would get rid of Lifetime and Hallmark because it's like movies to slit your wrist by. That's all it is. It's about this. The mother, the son is.
But a lot of hot women.
The girlfriend, the daughter's
They don't like
friend is banging
No.
the mother, and that's not really her mother, and her father's a serial
Steve
killer.
Renner
No, but-
said he would get rid of WeTV. Why, Steve?
Anybody catch that Carlo is really detailed about what's on Lifetime, but he
Yeah,
says he
because
hates it?
I watch
No,
it, and he
she's
gets
always
pissed
got it
off.
on.
Well-
She watches 3 channels.
Actually, BET is actually owned by Jews now. It was
Yeah.
sold.
Yeah,
White
black
people own it.
black Jews like
Wait.
Sammy Davis
No.
Jr.
White Jews.
No, white people own it.
White people.
Well,
White-
Jews own everything in the media. don't they?
White people have owned that station for decades.
That's how you know this radio station is shit. It's the only piece of media in the whole of New Jersey
She
not owned by
watches-
Jews.
Gisela watches
here.
3 channels. She
Wait.
watches Lifetime, Hallmark, and she watches Netflix. These movies you've never heard of. With,
And-
with
Well, they're
famous-
TV movies.
Wait, after
Yeah.
5
No.
years, I'm going to have to stop you. I do not watch Hallmark. Never watched Hallmark in my life.
Yes,
I
you
do
have.
watch
The Christmas
no, I
movie.
don't.
Yeah, Christmas movie
I
was
watch
Hallmark.
Lifetime.
Did anyone get the irony?
You
What about
watch-
Lifetime movies?
He watches Hallmark.
Those are
'cause
two
he
separate
likes
channels,
the
yeah.
Christmas shoes that was on Hallmark
Yeah, one
channel.
movie.
And
I did
my
not
son was on
watch
shows
that
on
channel.
Lifetime
Just
movies.
saying.
No.
I watch suspense. I watch a lot of murder mysteries. I like.
She likes
I
Netflix.
like-
These movies you never even heard of.
He likes
Some of them are good.
lovey-dovey
Do you hear
crap.
Carlo talking shit about Netflix, about shows no one's ever heard of, but he's talking about doing a web series that no one's ever heard of on Netflix?
I like
But
independent
I'm not.
films.
I'm not knocking Netflix. Some of the movies, like some of them, TV shows, and then these movies. Nicolas Cage is in them. I've never heard him do these.
Straight to
movies.
DVD.
They're straight to Netflix.
I love
Yeah.
watching like dramas that
Some
are
of them
real.
are good. And
based on
we
true
have
stories.
watched the Hallmark channel.
I like documentaries. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, me too.
I love watching those on the real.
You like
channel.
docking.
I
And
just
I
watch
love
it on.
48
I watch on
Hours.
Netflix. There's not a lot on Netflix.
Murder mysteries. I love all that.
Paul, you just love docking, not just documentaries.
You bring home like.
I was watching
tearjerkers.
Star Wars, the space capsule docked with the space.
Yeah.
I brought home a movie.
You brought home tearjerkers.
I
Oh,
brought
he's-
home a movie
I did
called
too on
Miracles
Pornhub.
from Heaven.
That's funny because Dave brought home anal jerkers.
Wait, hold on. I brought home a movie. I stopped at the Red Box. I got a.
People still go there.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was the only one.
Miracles from Heaven, and it seemed like a good movie.
God, did you get a fucking pocketbook with that movie?
No, and
Tears from
No.
Heaven. What the fuck?
no, Miracles from Heaven.
Oh.
It was about a girl who
He had the tote.
she
He did.
she got diagnosed with cancer, and it was the whole how she's
Was
trying
she
to get
hot?
her daughter help. And
Was a
at the
little
end of the
girl.
movie, she fell out of a tree, hit her
Was the
head,
mom hot?
and her cancer was cured.
Nah.
It was a weird movie, but she was crying through the whole thing because they showed you the girl.
Like,
with
why
the
would he bring that home? Like,
I don't know, because you're a sentimental
you can't
person.
watch
You
it
like-
sitting in the
you
parking
like
lot.
I have my own
movies.
sentiments.
Was
I
this
don't
was this
need
the one day
to
of
watch
the year
it.
that you want to fuck him when he was just greasing the wheels? I'm just no, that didn't.
That
do
wouldn't
it for
even
you?
work.
Oh really?
that's not
you have to
even
bring
a
home like
problem.
you have to bring home like
That
fucking-
brought the witness to her eyes instead of
you
anywhere
got to
else.
bring home like Schwarzenegger Commando
Yeah,
or something
maybe.
like that for her.
No, not even. The movie was about a girl who had cancer.
Anything
Her-
with Angel Salazar gets her going.
Absolutely.
the mother how she was trying to get her daughter help. At the end of the movie, the girl falls out of a tree and her cancer's gone. It's
Good
a
for her.
weird. It's called Miracles from Heaven. And she was bawling when she was. I was like, I'm sorry.
Like,
I
how do
didn't
you
know.
want? And I think it's easy for him to watch these
You
movies.
watch all those
I'm
tearjerker
sorry,
movies.
I do not watch tearjerker.
What
How
was
did you-
about the one you said the kid was in the hospital and he didn't know who his father was? And
So any black kid in the whole of Trenton.
Oh my God, no! You like crazy.
Didn't know who his
movies.
father
That's
was.
just too sad to watch.
I missed that one.
Don't
Yeah,
worry about
we
it.
all did.
No.
It's all right.
It's all right.
But I like all Channel 2's lineups.
I don't care. I'm not being nasty.
because it'll cause a problem. Believe me.
But I'm just saying, I like old Channel 2,
Relax,
like Blue
Ray.
Bloods, FBI, Criminal Minds.
I want to know
all
how you
that.
picked that movie, though, Carlo. Did you see it like
It was
on
in
the
the. It was
display?
something that I think because she doesn't like these like.
No, I think it's easy for him to pick out because he doesn't have his own children. No offense, that you could watch a movie about another child dying. Of so, and
I
not
have a
having
child
no
and I
I
can still
didn't.
watch that.
I didn't research the movie. It just looked
There's
like
no
a
emotion
heartwarming.
Did it
Did
say that
story.
on the cover that a kid dies in this?
It's a freaking movie about cancer. Like he knew this, and I'm like, ew, why you? I'm thinking it's like a romantic something. I'm like, all right.
I
could
thought it
watch
was
that,
too.
but
I thought
no.
it was like something. The title was cool. It wasn't,
Cancer tastes
she's
horrible.
not really into the like the
I'm not into the
action-packed
mush.
movies.
I'm into- are
She's
you
not into
crazy?
You don't like superhero movies and all
I
that
thought
stuff.
that stuff's boring.
You
Anyway.
watch them
No,
because
it's
the
not.
kids
You're
watch them.
Video
you're
was
calling superhero movies action pack, and I'm calling like fucking.
Why they're
you know,
not?
No,
Superhero movies are not action-packed.
not compared to
what
what
are
I
they?
watch.
What are they? Documentaries?
I'm watching freaking Green Dragons, a real freaking gang.
Gisela watches
And-
Gangbang
and-
number
yeah.
What the hell is
75.
Green
And the Bronx,
Dragons?
it's a true story.
That's an
about,
action
It's about
movie.
the triad.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't
that to me is that's not freaking action. What you're saying when you're watching Superman.
One of the
Yeah, but
Avengers
they're jumping
movies,
around all
not
over the place.
action.
They're fighting. How's that
They're
not
so
action,
fun.
though?
I don't get it. I just yes
I mean,
to
the
that
only
because you
thing-
ain't gonna
I
win.
understand how that's not
The only
action.
thing good about Superman is
You
him,
wanna laugh?
him
Yeah.
wearing his tights.
You want to laugh? Today we were talking about the guy that wants to run for president, Ventura. She goes, "Oh yeah, Ace." She couldn't even know his name was.
Who's
Jesse
Ventura?
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse
wants to
Ventura.
run for
He wants to run for president
Yeah.
now? Nice. About time.
He's a flat earther, that
So
guy.
my mother was mentioning it. She goes, "Oh yeah, what's that guy's name? Wants to run for president, Ventura." She goes, "Who, Ace?"
I would vote for Ace Ventura for president more than Jesse Ventura, no doubt.
That was cute.
I'm
You
in.
gotta- that
Ace
was-
Ventura for president.
That was better than the desserts or warm places. That was a lot
No,
better.
desserts at warm places is much better than that.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
but
What is desserts in warm places?
It's a porno.
no, she was sitting down doing
Yeah,
homework with her son
starring me.
Joseph, and she was reading he had to read a story and then tell he had to answer questions
so
based on
I
the story.
misread.
Instead of saying deserts, she said desserts, and accidentally.
And he made fun of me the whole time because he likes.
I was just laughing because the way she read it and didn't realize she made a mistake. And then I was like, desserts or what? What kind of story is this about? A 7-year-old kid reading about desserts or warm places?
Must have been a
okay.
fact
Well,
kid.
if you watched
That's
American
okay.
Pie, you would realize desserts
Well,
are warm
yeah,
places.
in that case. Hey, we had
You
Shannon
can blame
Elizabeth on.
Paul's people for that one, for making
Right?
the desert and dessert.
No.
Oh, but I can't be racist. Okay.
Listen,
Too late.
I did not make fun of her. I just thought it was funny because it was an accidental thing. She didn't do it on purpose. I mean,
This is a story. Dear son, your dad died of AIDS, but you're getting a check for $100,000 in the mail. That's my perfect story right there.
Well, speaking of stories, I'm getting
Your
an
daughter's
AIDS.
gonna be so
Did you
happy.
guys watch Bohemian Rhapsody?
I fucking
Not yet.
love that movie.
How great was that?
It's
movie?
so good.
Yeah.
So I got a real piece of trivia that I don't think a lot of people know about that. When they first, it took so long to develop that movie
Mm-hmm.
because the guys from Queen wanted to be involved in the story. Obviously,
Right.
they're in it.
Well, they did produce it, Roger
Right,
Taylor.
but what they had it. They talked to Sacha Baron Cohen. He was originally going to be the guy. It was his
Freddie Mercury?
for the longest time. He was going to be it, and they talked to these guys from Queen, and they said this is going to be a great movie because something extraordinary happens in the middle. And they're like, well, what happens in the middle? And they're like, well, Freddie Mercury dies. And they're like, this movie's not going to be about fucking half about what Queen's done since since he fucking died.
Right.
It's going to end when he dies.
Exactly.
And they had this negotiation. They wanted it to be the story of Queen, not the story of Freddie Mercury.
Oh wow.
they wanted it to center on him dying, and then
That'd be in the middle of it, though.
oh yeah, that would.
Yeah.
What did you think of the guy that played Freddie?
I thought it was very good.
I think
it
he
was
was
good.
excellent. The whole movie was excellent.
Yeah,
He
it was
was hot.
excellent.
You know what's funny? She knows a lot of the music, and she had no idea that crazy little thing called "Love" was a Queen song. She goes, "I
Really?
know this song."
I didn't
never
even
knew."
know Another One Bites the Dust
No,
is
she didn't
Queen.
know
He
that
just
was
doesn't
Queen.
get it the way I was.
The
raised.
thing I liked, the one thing I did.
I get it. You heard the song, but you
He's
didn't
old.
know who's singing. I didn't say anything.
I just say, most of the music I heard was always in a car ride somewhere.
right. I didn't say.
You know?
I'm not making
and I
fun
said,
of you.
I grew up
just
in an
said-
Italian house with Italian music, and on occasion Spanish music. That's it. That was all
Living
that
La
was
Vida
played.
Loca.
No, Julio Iglesias. More that.
The
You
thing
know?
that I like most about the movie, and this is going to sound totally racist, but the one thing I like
I
at
loved
the
it.
beginning of it, they showed what really happened to him when he started doing the music. They were calling him a Paki because he looked like a Pakistani, but
Right. I never knew that about him.
he wasn't a Pakistani. He was from
He was Pakistani.
no, he wasn't.
No, he was from some part.
He was
not
from
Punjab.
fucking. Oh, it'll come to me. I'll remember.
Not Punjabi, right?
No, none of those. It was from
It was a Middle Eastern country.
Kazakhstan. Very nice. Very nice.
It'll come to me in a second.
No, you're somewhere near India.
Yeah.
It was really touching to me.
But I just thought it's funny that they included the racism. It's only
true.
minutely, but they included that in
They
it,
did.
and that made me think, okay, this is going to be a real movie. They're actually going to be honest
It
in
was
this fucking
awesome.
movie.
And at the end, like when the father actually wanted to see the son on stage after all this time,
Yeah.
and you get to see that emotion, that was awesome.
I
You know,
mean,
that was a really great movie. They did it well.
You know, I was always a big fan of Queen growing up, and seeing that story was great. And was like, you know what's great about that movie? There wasn't no lulls. It kept you going through the whole thing. How his life
and talk about misfits. They were 4 misfits that got together and created something amazing.
He was a brilliant performer. He had a 5-octave voice, which is unheard of. And the guy has got a legacy that'll never. The guy sang like
And the funny thing
nobody's
is,
business.
You know, knowing that he almost got that turned down, but he went, with his gut and left that and did it on his own with someone else.
He there's a lot of even when we had
Persia. He's from Persia.
Persia. All right.
So
well,
he's
that's,
Iranian.
okay.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, it's the same thing, right now.
Yeah. Well, it's Middle Eastern.
But and then you could tell, like,
No,
Same
Middle
thing.
Eastern people are different.
you could
and
tell his
Persians.
father
Oh,
always
really?
knew
Yeah.
that he was.
Isn't that Iran and Iraq, the Persian Gulf?
No, Iraq is more Arabic.
Yeah.
Iranians are Persians.
It's not the same thing. Oh, I don't know. I'm asking you.
Dave knows because he's got some of that in his ancestry DNA.
I have both
He's
of that.
everything.
Probably too.
Yeah, funny.
And like I said, it was a great movie. It was amazing just to watch him perform and see this how the chanting for "We Will Rock You" came into play in the studio. How they
was
they
great.
wanted to get the audience involved, and how the guy was sitting there messing with the bass riff, and he came up with another one bites the dust. It was just blew
And
my
I did
mind.
get sensitive at the end of the movie because that was.
Oh, yeah,
really-
she
I
got
mean,
My friend sent me a video of when they were filming that final scene on the stage.
Oh, he was
the,
in
the
it.
stage is like built in like a field in the middle of nowhere,
Oh, wow.
and they just did all this close-up stuff, and the rest of it's CGI'd in.
Oh,
Cool.
really?
Yeah, and they just the stage. So he sent me photos of them filming it. There's like 100 people in the crowd, and they just
Oh,
kind of move
wow.
them around. So
Oh,
they're
yeah,
in the
they
background.
usually do that.
Well, like
They-
cut and paste.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's so much cheaper to do that. Yeah.
No, in the scenes, because being
Where
in,
are they going to get 100,000 people from?
yeah, well, being in, well, sometimes they have done that.
Just in the middle of the field.
Well, sometimes they do that, Paul. They have cattle calls where they got to fill. But when I was an extra, if there was a scene where there was a crowd, that it was so tight, they just made everybody sit around the one scene,
Right.
but anything else is like, well,
Right,
empty
right, right.
around. But
I just want to remind everyone, for those of you waiting for Stuttering John to call in, it's 10 o'clock tonight, so.
yeah, he should be
Be a
here in
little
about
patient,
a half hour. So
And
He's
he
coming
will be
in?
call- Yeah, imagine he's coming right in, right
he's
onto
gonna
the
talk
table.
we're gonna have a lot of fun with John. He's a good guy, and I'm excited. You know what? I've started reading a little bit of the book. It's pretty good. It's pretty much he's putting everybody on blast, and I guess after all these years of
It's his turn.
yeah, I guess it is.
It's finally
Fuck,
his
full
turn.
high.
Yeah.
And he's whatever. If it's anger, if it's real, I mean, you've been around those. Opie and Anthony and the people from Stuttering. Is
And
that
Greg.
animosity really real? Or is it just all hype, Paul?
No, they fucking hate him behind the scenes. He treats
Yeah.
him like shit. Remember when Scott the engineer's fucking wife was dying, right? And
Right.
Stone wouldn't give him any money for
Aw.
it, and he wouldn't even let Scott talk to him anymore. He wouldn't let him near him. He had to go to Gary, and then Gary had to kind of relay a message. It got really stupid like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But,
Hey, John.
John.
going back to Bohemian Rhapsody just for 1 second, the
Go
only thing I
ahead.
didn't like about it
Go
is
ahead.
in the middle. Did you notice how once they got discovered by the guy, the next scene is them in a big fucking room playing. It kind of jumped a little bit,
Yeah.
and I understand the movie. They don't want the movie to be 9 hours long,
Yeah.
but I would have liked to have seen a little bit more about how
The struggle to get there.
even if it was very fast.
Right.
I would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit of the negotiation
Yeah.
and talking about it. And they didn't look very shocked that suddenly they're in front of 8,000
Well,
people.
because
you
they're
know what I mean?
showing
You're
like
gonna get your chance
that,
next month.
I'm saying that Freddie was really like headstrong. Like he had so much confidence. Even when he first approached the band in the movie, they're like, "No,
He had
I don't want
vision.
you." And then he's like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna just sing something and see what if
funny-
they still don't want
He
me
had
after
vision.
seeing my
He
teeth."
knew what he wanted. He was even with when they were signed with EMI, they wanted Bohemian Rhapsody to be the song, and they were fighting him tooth and nail. They wanted "You're My Best
Too
Friend"
long.
to be the single.
Too
yeah.
long.
Yeah.
And they
He
didn't
had
know
so
what it
much
was.
confidence,
They
like, it
didn't know
was
what
just
the hell
amazing.
those phrases were in it. That Mish Miller is supposed to be some kind of Persian thing. They're like, it's never gonna fly. But after we come back from the holiday break, you'll get your chance to find out because we're gonna have Brian May. I confirmed it.
Awesome.
So you can sit in on that if you like.
They asked Brian May actually on a documentary I saw that was on the BBC quite recently about Bohemian Rhapsody, and they said, "Is it true that you guys are all going to go to your deathbeds and not explain what Bohemian Rhapsody actually means?" And he said, "No, it's obvious what it means. It's just silly."
Yeah, right. Well, didn't he say in the movie that it's a poem or something? It's some kind of poem.
It's all bits of things thrown together.
Yeah.
You know what's funny
It
is
has Phil Rizzuto. I mean, how could you hate it?
Well,
that's me.
his
Phil,
mother
never
in
mind.
real life
Sure.
his mother in real life has the same size teeth as him, but they didn't put that in the movie. Do you see
No.
that?
Well, they said because he has those extra.
Yeah.
ma-
His mother looks exactly the same as that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
DNA
Yeah.
came back part horse.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
said that because he
Well,
has
as-
those extra molars or whatever it
Right,
is.
that's why he has the range.
Yeah, for his
that.
voice. I never heard of that before, but that's amazing. You know what else blew my mind when they were doing the Roger Taylor when he was doing the with the high falsetto. You know how many takes they had to do that guy must have blew his voice out
Right.
one day with that. I could never hit those notes when he was done.
Well, obviously.
What's the name of the guy from Queen that you don't see anymore? He doesn't perform anymore. The fourth guy.
Oh, John Benke.
He's the guy that he has to sign off on everything. He always ran the money for them,
Oh,
and
wow.
everything they do has to go through him financially. Even though he's not doesn't do the actual performing anymore, it all has to go through him. He's like the guy.
I was
But
actually,
he's obviously good at
He's
what
got
he does.
the brains.
Yeah.
I was actually pissed when he left the Queen.
Well,
to go
he
on
left
to-
pretty much after Mercury died, right? Or right around then.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about when Mercury left. I mean,
Well, he died. You can't fucking say that.
No, he
when he originally
no, when he
left
went on
and
a
then he came
solo
back.
tour. He went on a solo thing.
Well,
like
he got
all
tricked.
lead singers
They
do
had,
that.
they had that. They had it in the movie too. They
He
were,
got
they were
tricked,
pissed.
right?
But when he came back, they renegotiated where they all get equal money.
Right.
'Cause they after it, they're like, fuck him, because he don't want him anymore.
But I love how he just left the guy in his house
Mm-hmm.
and just left. And left the asshole in the house. And drove
Yeah,
away.
and I like the way they did it too with his sexuality. They didn't hit you over the head with it. You saw that he
It
was.
wasn't really even that obvious, even though because
No.
obviously you know.
No, but
Right.
but you know how they did it subtly, where you could
Yeah.
see it, like he's watching a guy go into the bathroom, and you could see he's conflicted, but he likes Mary, loves Mary, but he doesn't know.
And he's still like that. That was touching.
It
that
wasn't
he
like
was still
that
with
that
her,
fucking
kind of.
Matt Damon Liberace,
No.
whatever the fuck it was movie. What was that movie? On HBO.
Candelabra.
Candelabra. Was that
Oh, my
Liberace?
God.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
it was very.
That was
Oh,
blatantly
yeah.
obvious.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
That was.
But yeah, John, if you wanna call in while Stuttering John's on, you can. I think we can take a call while he's on, right, Gene?
If you have the old version of Skype, yes.
Yeah.
No, we're saying if another person calls, do you have the new version of Skype or the old one? So you should be good to conference it in there.
Yeah. Skype, the new version now
Doesn't have conferencing.
No, but you can record the video now.
Yeah, but who cares? They took away 19 features that you need for podcasting.
I know.
Really?
Oh, they did? Really?
Yeah, if you go on the FAQ on the website, it says conference calling. We're in the process of developing this.
Oh,
So I'm like, so
wow.
why get rid of the old one if it's not finished?
Well, this is the new version?
Yeah,
What
the new
did
one.
they do, strip it down?
They started from scratch again.
That's
Microsoft
crazy.
bought it, and
That's
now
so
they made it look
stupid.
like Windows exactly the same, and it's shit.
That's crazy.
Hey, Louis Cedeno, what's up? DJ Friction from 102 DLG Radio Orlando. They just had a meeting over there, and they didn't invite me, but that's okay. No, it was just for the DLG people. But he's one of our syndicated stations down in Florida. What's up, Friction? Showing you some love right back. But what else you got on the agenda? On your list?
Oh, on my agenda.
On your list of things to do?
On my things I've listed to. Ready? I want to know, everyone here.
Go ahead.
Everyone's coming to the Christmas
Yeah,
party,
you're going to be
right?
here next Wednesday for the Christmas
I don't
party.
know.
I'm
Yeah.
just
So,
breathing heavy.
Carlo has.
Well, we still got to wear a toga, or is that?
That's the
fucking
thing.
No.
I want to know because I
I
actually
said it would
convinced
be
him
a
with the
good
ugly sweaters. So
me
want
and
to
Dave
know
nearly
about
died
that.
in a car crash, as you probably know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I never got any use out of my Halloween costume, so there's the only way I'm coming next week is if I get to wear that Halloween
Oh,
costume.
you could wear it.
Sure, what is it?
It's Flo from Progressive.
Sure, why not?
Oh my God, that's really true.
Yeah, and I
You know,
crawled out of a fucking car dressed as Flo from Progressive.
We had her on the show, you know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a very nice girl.
She liked my my
you
my
gotta come.
Facebook.
You gotta come.
So let me
next
ask you a
week.
question. What did you think when you said that Carlo wanted everyone to wear togas for Christmas party?
I didn't get it at first. I thought he was being a douchebag, but then I realized Animal House,
Yeah.
and then I realized he was being a douchebag.
And then he really was like trying to push it. Dave, would you wear a toga?
No.
say?
Not out.
Yeah.
I
No,
would.
fuck
And-
that.
and what about?
I
in the
probably would if
summertime?
it was, if a bunch of people were doing it. But.
Summer maybe. Backyard party. No,
Yeah. Let's go out in a thong and a bra in minus fucking 20-degree weather. It's awesome.
Sure, why not?
I go swimming in that kind of weather.
You know, Gene doesn't want to turn the heat on, right? Because the fucking
Lou.
boat will crash because the power can.
No, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Lou.
you did not miss Stuttering, John. He's coming on at 10 o'clock, so another 31 minutes.
31 minutes.
We have to turn the lights off if he puts the heat
I always
on.
wanted to have a toga party. I haven't had one since high school, and I figured this was.
Yeah,
a good
now we know
idea.
why.
But then I got the idea of like a Roman holiday party. But now it's an ugly sweater,
Well, the good
or
thing-
just come
Ugly
whatever you
sweater.
want.
One
It's
thing I
even
love
worse.
about Carlo, he's just comfortable in his own skin. No matter what size he is,
I don't care.
This man will show it all to anyone he don't.
Separate
Why
bedrooms.
should-
That's all
why
I'm
should
saying.
I
Dave.
be- Why should I
Separate
be
bedrooms.
ashamed?
should
Are
be
you ashamed of your body?
Dude, I walked down 57th Street in a diaper. Do you think I sound like I'm ashamed?
No.
He walked naked.
Hey, I'm ashamed of his body.
Yeah. It would work in the summer.
I
Why would
wouldn't
you?
wear it. I'm ashamed of my body.
What does
I
he want
wouldn't
us to
come
wear
here
in the
freaking
summer?
toga.
Santa outfits?
Probably naked.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Birthday
a,
Actually, Santa hat, and that's it.
elf on the show, SantaCon.
Cock on the shelf.
Santa Con's this weekend.
I know. You ever go to that, Dave?
What?
Sort of.
I think you had
I'm
mentioned.
always in
something.
the city that weekend.
Well, listen, if you guys
It
are
usually
going to come in
coincides
naked,
with my son's
I have
open house
donuts
at his
to
acting
hold it in
school.
place
Okay.
for
So
you.
whenever
Nah,
I'm
you
leaving,
don't
I
take
run
the fun out
across
of
a
it.
bunch of Santas.
It's all or nothing, Giselle.
All or nothing.
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
I
But if
think-
we come in naked, you have
Unless,
to too.
unless you want the jelly donut instead of the one with the hole in it.
Well, it depends how the girls look. If they're
Okay.
if they're pretty good, then the ring donut will be
The
fine.
ring donut's
Yeah.
John,
If they're not good, I'll take a Cheerio.
John, I understand exactly. He doesn't. He thinks that the more he says foul language, that it.
Oh
makes
wait,
him
let's
funnier.
explain to John first of all. This
That's
is
just the way-
called
that's
no.
what-
This
that's what it
this
is.
is no
Yeah, get a clue.
no filter Paul.
That's
Yeah, some
his-
people don't get the name.
So
That's his MO. That's how.
so
we
this is who he is. There's no filter, and that's why he is
This
who
is
he
how
is.
he talks to
And
his
we
grandson.
love and accept him for who he is.
Is Gene talking shit over there?
Yeah. But that's how he is. That's why. I
Is
thought-
that Gene messaging you in the feed?
I thought
How'd
he
you
had,
know?
Yeah, he's a dick.
I thought you had turned it down, but boy, was I sadly mistaken.
You know what's funny is
Actually, he has.
we did. I no. I if you actually started cursing before me because I was like
Yeah, he's
holding it for a minute
bad.
and then he
I'm not
started
bad
and,
at
the doors open. I did Danny's show. Ask Gene.
You were a gentleman. I watched.
Danny said this is a clean show, and I said that's fine.
You were a
I
gentleman. I watched.
I didn't
it.
do anything that whole
I
time.
don't say whether it's clean or dirty, but I don't think you have a lot of talent. You don't need to do all that to be funny or
No,
be
but that's why he's no filter Paul. If he would say no curse
he's
words,
no filter.
I haven't
Paul.
said the C word one time since I've been in. Just so you know.
I hope you don't, because I really don't care for that word.
So, but I'm just saying. but
Stop being a C word, Colin.
Cannoli,
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 exactly.
cannoli, cannoli. I'm going to say the C word all day. Cannoli, cannoli.
Cesarean section.
I would go with kumbare. No, I'm kidding. Or kumare. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, that's just the way he is. And love him or hate him, that's what you see is
Chi-Chi,
what
get
you
the
get.
Coke. Chi-Chi, get the Coke. It's a bunch of C words all
Speaking
in a
of
row.
Chi-Chi,
This
he
is why I
wants to
don't do
make him
clean
another
comedy
radio.
shows. Because how can you be no filter Paul at a clean comedy show?
But you want to know something?
could.
There's more clean work than there is dirty
We
work.
all know that, but how can you be no filter Paul and go out
could.
there and say my grandkids?
No,
So you
no,
could
you
be
don't
no-
have to do that. I keep telling you that. If you tell a joke with.
All right, so my goal for next year will be to come up with 15
Paul.
minutes of clean. Is that
You know
it?
what he could do? You could.
Can't you be no filter Paul about your opinions?
He could just
Yeah.
go dressed as a cigarette.
I don't want to go there and
with
talk about
no
Trump.
filter top.
I don't
You-
care
your
about it.
name is not no profanity. It's no filter. It means you speak your
They
mind.
brought me in here. This is like an intervention.
No, in all seriousness, when I hear, yeah, Paul, when I hear no filter Paul, I think of a guy that just speaks his
You gonna
mind
make a
no
joke about
matter
Camel
what.
cigarettes again?
No, you're going to let him fucking talk?
Yeah, you're gonna stop trying to belittle me the whole show and think you're funnier than me when we all know you're not.
We're all funny as each other.
Okay, so
No, nobody's belittling anyone. This
I
is
don't
why
remember
you're
that.
all
no, he
comedians.
keeps making fun of me, and that's I could take.
Make fun
it.
of me back. That's
You
how
know
it
what?
works.
I do.
The thing is with you, mister, and I'm just going to say this, and I know you're going to get mad at me. You could dish it, but you can't take it.
I am taking. I haven't said anything.
Here's
Here's
the golden
You
rule.
can't take
Listen,
it.
listen.
The
I saw a video. He could take it.
Yeah.
The golden rule to radio and comedy is if you walk away from these mics and you're offended at anything anyone at this table has ever said to you, or you took anything anyone said here
Personal.
personally, you shouldn't be doing radio and you shouldn't be doing comedy. Because
Exactly.
if you call me the C word 19 times and talk about raping my grandma, but as soon as I'll tell you, and I'll call you an asshole back to you, but the second I walk away from this mic, I'm still your friend.
I understand that, but I wouldn't. I don't mind busting balls, but I don't want to disrespect anybody. There's a fine line.
But when
If you're a comedian, that's true when you talk about non-comedian guests, right? I get the whole thing. But whatever you say,
We're not supposed to attack each other.
But that's what it's all about. But it's not personal. It's like a
It's
roast.
not personal.
You've done roasts, right?
Yes, I
Right, so
have
you know what
done.
And he was
right, so you know what I'm
roasted.
talking about, right?
Yeah, but that's a roast. That's a special.
But it's
purpose.
still what comedians do. Have you ever been at the table in the?
I love people making fun of me. I don't care.
But
It
I'm
doesn't
just
bother
saying,
me.
when you do it to other people, you don't realize that sometimes you cross the line and hurt people's feelings too.
Who
That might be
Why,
true.
'cause I make fun
Some
of
people are
Gene's
like
black
that though,
mold?
but they shouldn't be in the business. They shouldn't
know
be
what
in the
I'm saying?
business if they can't
But
take
sometimes he jokes to people that are not.
it. Yeah, we know how you take it. You see how you pay your rent.
You know.
I don't think
Yeah, I know
that
you
way,
do.
Woody. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I had to do. I can't
See?
find the phone. You gotta call Ruben.
I don't know how to work the photocopier.
And then here's Ruben when he answers. Hey, Carlo, it's Ruben. You called. I just got up. It's 2:00 in the afternoon. What can I do for you?
Gene, I'll be there when one of my Uber rides gets close.
And the bad thing about being comedian, sometimes people don't know whether you're kidding or telling the truth. Because
No,
sometimes
well,
they
if
say
you're a
there's always
comedian, they
something.
should know.
That's how
behind the
Gene gets
joke.
Ruben to come here. He goes on Lyft
Yeah.
and books a ride.
No, you call Gene to say, Gene, I got a pre-record. Can you be there at 12:00? I don't know, buddy. Danielle needs a chicken salad sandwich. I gotta bring it to her at work, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make
Ruben
it.
and Dave arrive at the same time. That says a lot, doesn't it, really?
Goes back to ancestry.
Well, you got someone here said, Jesus Christ, there's always one, isn't there, Paul?
Paul Vanier's not here. Stop picking on him.
But I'm just saying, it's just there's a fine line, and I think as you know, you guys being professional comedians and having friends outside, sometimes your friends are like, wait, is it a joke? Is it not a joke? Do they really mean what they're saying?
Some people
Like,
don't understand humor.
You know what I'm
they
saying?
think, you know.
So it's
Right, but the
There's a little
microphone
line
in front of
there.
a microphone is a different thing. though.
right.
Right.
Is that if you're offended by anything I said? Okay, A, I apologize, but B,
You're an
fuck you
asshole.
for not being a comedian. I'm not being a
not
dick to you.
offended.
No, but I'm just saying you can say anything you want to me. Dave can say anything. Gisela can
Yes.
talk about anything she wants.
Douchebag.
It doesn't matter what is said in front of a microphone.
Euro trash.
Right.
Well, you know what's
And that's
funny?
true for everybody here, not just
Yeah,
to me.
Look, Paul.
No
I
disrespect,
know.
Fuck off, Gene.
Hey, listen, Paul. I know you well enough to know that you're deep down inside. You're a good guy. Because when we go to shows and stuff, you're a totally different person.
That's because I'm in front of a microphone now and I'm not then.
Right, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
the
So,
difference.
It doesn't. I just get a kick out of it.
If you were there with your kids, right, I wouldn't talk about raping your grandma in front of them because I'm not that sort of
you talk
person.
about sodomizing your grandfather. Is that
Whatever. Yeah. Only stuff that really happened I talk about. Last week. For $20 and a candy bar.
But you need the money for the Uber ride, right, Ruben? He's not going for free.
Do you have your? What do you have today? Inquiring minds or riddles?
Yeah, I had my inquiring minds.
Oh, you
How
You
does that
guys,
work?
you guys didn't finish the questions. I had
What's the questions then? Go ahead.
The last one was if you can get rid of one network on TV or cable, which one would it be and why? I wanted
MSNBC.
I
to.
answered. Paul answered. Dave, you
I
didn't.
said
answer.
MSNBC
Oh, okay.
And you didn't say why.
Because they're terrible.
That's
Because
it.
they're anti.
They're
They're
awful
Hillary.
human beings.
Fake news.
Yeah.
They're awful human
Well,
beings.
that's
They're
the-
not even good enough to be fake news.
A
What
lot
about
of people are
CNN?
saying news channels.
I remember them.
A lot of people on our Facebook feed are saying they would get rid of the news in general.
Well, then,
I
I don't
can go
watch
with
any
that.
news.
You know, in
because-
England, the
Yeah.
news is not allowed to be like biased. Like over here, you go CNN. Oh yeah, they're on this side. Fox, they're on this side.
Right.
They don't allow
They're
that
actually
shit.
telling the real news.
Well,
You
there's
know,
only one, the BBC, right? It's the whole.
No,
thing.
we have Sky, we have ITV, we have Channel 4, we have Channel 5.
No, but
quite
I
a
mean,
few now.
as
There's a
far
ton
as-
of channels.
Oh, okay.
He's
So
just
they're
describing
not all
channels.
controlled.
BBC is obviously the biggest one.
They're not controlled by. I thought
Well,
everything.
Fox owns Sky, but that's about it.
I thought everything was under the umbrella of the BBC. I didn't
No,
know.
BBC has like 6 channels. That's it, out of
Oh,
like
that's
100.
it? Oh, okay.
And then
The most popular channel.
Every
on
other
Pornhub.
channel on English TV is commercial, which means it's like here, it has TV commercials, whereas
was
and
it?
no BBC channels have TV
Downton
commercials.
Abbey.
and
Yeah.
another question.
So wait, speaking of that though, did you see that? That's Kanye's favorite channel. What? BBC.
Big black cock?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought that's where you're going.
All right, so this is a
Editing.
strictly for comedian only question.
So you're not included,
what do
Carlo.
you-
Oh, don't get offended.
What do you think about comedians on TV using politics, like for every little thing?
It annoys the shit out of me unless it's clever. I don't want to hear your opinion either way. If you can make fun of it without having picking a side. Because, I mean, people... What was it? Who, what's her name? What's the black lady with the frizzy hair?
Wanda Sykes.
Wanda Sykes did, what, Red Bank?
Yeah.
And people wanted their
walked
money
out on it.
back.
They wanted
And
their
then
money
Lewis
back.
Black does...
And that happened 2 years before that at the Stress Factory.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Amy Schumer's bad too. I mean, I used to love her.
Yeah,
She used to work.
I know.
She opened for Jimmy when I used to work for Jimmy for the longest time. She was the nicest person. But now she's up there and she's big. She's massive. And I don't mean physically.
No, I know what
She's
you mean.
huge, right?
Yeah.
So, but now because she's big, she can go up there and do 20 minutes on why Trump sucks. And I understand half the crowd walk out.
Of course, because we didn't pay to see
We
that.
paid to see you do comedy,
Right.
not Bran. And it's not just her. There's
Right,
a lot
there's
of people.
so
There's
many.
musicians that do it. They stop playing a
Springsteen.
friggin' who?
Springsteen.
Springsteen stop.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he stops and he does 20 minutes on.
You want to know something? A lot of people said they love to go see Bruce, but then he gets like he goes
Yeah.
off on these
Political.
like.
I only saw him once, and thankfully I didn't get any of that, and I was very happy.
I saw him once too at the
Yeah,
rest
he gave
area on
a
a
good-
turnpike.
He gave a good concert. I enjoyed it.
Why can't they just go on stage and do their show and leave the if they want to? There's a time and a place to do politics. Just go out there and entertain everybody. Why do they got to use it as the same thing too? And you notice with the award shows instead, they're turning into soapboxes.
Yeah.
This isn't about. Listen, I'm not stopping anybody from voicing their opinion, but I think there's a time and a place to do it. We're at home. We want to see awards for movies we might like. We don't want to hear about you doing this or taking a shot at this. And whether you love Trump or you hate him, it wasn't appropriate for De Niro to come out and say that. It wasn't the time.
He got his though. They fucking shipped a bomb to his house.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what happens when
I'm
you do
just
that,
saying,
right?
though, but I don't think it's appropriate. Everybody's using that as a. Just come on, it's just getting out of hand.
I'd like to quote the great Chuck D.
Go
Who
ahead.
gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy? And all those award shows, they're all the same. I don't.
You know what
care.
it is when now we have Twitter and stuff like that, which we never had years ago. But now you got some rock stars got 40 million followers on Twitter. He can influence an election. 40 million
It's
followers.
True.
Right.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
Well,
And
see,
that's what they're doing.
That's what they're saying about Taylor Swift now because she's using that as a platform.
But she can do what she wants. That's
Yeah, but the
problem.
guy she was backing lost, so so much for her.
I mean, look at Gene. He's got 4 followers on Twitter, and he couldn't even pay his mortgage.
Oh my God.
No, Gene has calmed down. Gene used to get on. Gene used to come on at 1 o'clock in the morning and play music. Hi, this is Doc G. I'm taking your request. And he used to come on. But this is why I used to get mad at Gene. He used to come on at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to play some music. All right, I'll play that. Here's an independent artist. And I'm only going to play 72 more songs. And then I got to get some sleep, people. Please. And it's all about peace and love and the environment. We are all one, but we were all different.
He
You don't
makes
know what
Gene
you-
sound like a tree hugger, doesn't he? I know you're not.
Yeah, now he doesn't do it anymore.
No,
He's
Gene,
get,
you're about peace and harmony. There's nothing wrong with that. You want everybody to get along. You're like Rodney King. Come on.
he's the cuck of Hamilton Radio.
Basically,
Hey Sal, would you?
he
hand
just
this
likes to
Gene?
see people succeed and help everyone he can.
No, and believe me, I bust Gene's balls, but I know his heart's in the right place, and I know Ruben's heart-on is in the right place.
That's all that counts.
Wait, did you say Ruben's hard-ons in the right place?
Like
That's just so wrong.
Yeah, that's how Gene got this job. You hit him from behind.
So he's got cum in his hair and hard-on in his place.
It's like a whole jerk circle going on over
Wow.
there.
They're so messed up.
I know those two guys are like coming sucks.
Really?
Do you want to mention the? Do you have anything that you wanted to mention
About?
the? Oh, you talked about Beth Rhodes already. Okay, never mind.
I did talk about Beth Rose. It was
I
really
think
nice.
this is a good time to take a short break, and then we'll be back with Stuttering John is going to come up. He's going to be here at exactly 10 o'clock, so make sure you stick around for that. Don't go away. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues
Reaming on
billions of pounds
me
of
for
good
20
food
minutes
from gone
helps.
waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting
I don't wanna do
feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
I could be I mean, I like
As
Trump.
an 18-year-old,
But you know what? It's not my
I
job
let
to
my
bring up
mistakes
the
kind of
radio
take
show.
over my life. I was
You know what I mean? If you're
0.5
against-
credits
if you're
away
Hillary,
from
then you're Hillary. If
completing
you're Trump, you're Trump.
high
Choose a
school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her.
What do you need?
My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing.
Why do you gotta go there?
The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy
Dave, you're coming
Foundation
next week,
and
right?
the Ad Council.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. And you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse.
Big Sal, you doing
Kids,
your show
work.
anymore or what?
I get it.
The tape,
You're
when
busy.
is it on?
So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60.
Just hand
2
her a
over
pair
50.
of scissors.
1 over
and get her
40.
near a flight of
1 more
steps.
if you're not physically active. Another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes. Another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger. 2 if you're very overweight. And 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio pre-diabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Hey everybody, Rachel Ray here. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face than cooking up a big meal for the whole family and lots of friends. But there's not enough room at my table for the 17 million kids in our country who struggle with hunger. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks collects surplus food to give hope to hungry kids. But they can't do it without your help. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness. From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today, or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
You look nice. How was work?
Well, it was 4th period, civics. The kids were giving me the 3rd degree. Was a UFO seen hovering over Washington, D.C.? Was a fisherman attacked by a 320-pound shrimp? They'd been bitten by a fake news bug, all right, and it was holding on like a driver's ed student to a steering wheel. How was I going to get a bunch of wide-eyed kids to wise up about what they see on the internet? Then it hit me, like a dodgeball on field day. The name of the game was News Snoops. Each student got an article and 2 minutes to decide if it was credible or a fake. They were able to use fact-checking sites to get the cold, hard truth. Now the little hotshots are even teaching their gullible grannies a thing or two about phony news. But how was your day?
Pretty good. I got a new title today. Office Birthday Party Planner.
Oh, fun.
Teachers just have better work stories. If you want a creative job worth talking about, head to teachdfw.org. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Are we back? All right, we are back here on the Animal House Radio Show. It is 9:46. In about 10 minutes, we're going to get Stuttering John on, so you guys will be in for that. Hey, Gene. Yeah. Can they call in on the other number while we're talking to John? They can call in, but you can't call out, right?
It's only been 30 years.
On mine, you could do both, but on the 609 number. Oh, okay. All right. So just okay.
Can you get to the Skype screen?
Oh,
or is
John
it built
said,
into your
just so you know,
system?
they hear you during the commercial.
Yeah. No, I heard him.
No, because if you get to the console, when someone else calls, there's a button you can press that says conference. That's what I think. Yeah.
I don't understand. Why would they make a? I don't understand why they would do that if it's.
Yeah. On the new Skype, they did. Yeah.
What do they don't want people to podcast anymore? I mean, that means it seems like
there's another one called Discuss, which everybody's going to, but the problem with Discuss is you can't have a phone number on it.
It's owned by Microsoft. What do you want?
That's what happened.
You want everybody to pay for everything.
Yeah, it looks a lot like that.
Oh boy.
You have these mats you put the shit on and put them in.
But I think I'm coming down with some, but I'll feel better. Sarah Fogarty, hello. Lisa Rainier, how are you? John Diamore, my good friend.
No, well, the problem was
Steve Renas said he went to a Todd Rundgren show, and a half hour of music and an hour and a half of Trump bashing.
And then it prints onto vinyl.
That's a shame because Todd Rundgren is a great musician.
Right, and the problem was when he used the press, the ink started coming off.
You know we're live, right? And you're doing this.
Sorry.
Live?
Yeah. We're doing our crafting. Sorry about that. Lady, they told me to tone it down, so we're going to be making T-shirts for Gene. Hamilton Radio. Who knows? Yeah.
Black mold lives matter. Is that what?
Yeah,
we're
there you
doing? Go. But so Paul, you're doing a podcast on Friday nights, right?
Yep.
What is it? It's
Dysfunctional Podcast at 8 o'clock. It's on Ironic Radio, and with Ironic with a Q, and it's a bunch of other places replay it, but mainly those.
It's
and
just
it's live
you
on
and your
Facebook.
wife are the co-host, and then you have.
Well, it's me and my wife, and we have a co-host once in a while. We like to have people in. It's so much more fun having them in there. But obviously, you can't. It's hard to get celebrities to come to your house. You know
yeah,
how it
I
works.
know.
But
I know.
you know,
People have never been in my living room.
Yeah, yeah, but none of them people are celebrities, Dave. So.
Paul, I got to ask you a serious
we're talking
question.
about celebrities. Yeah, you don't get the reference. That's all it is.
I enjoy
it's an American thing.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy listening to your show. But why is like the intro 11 minutes long?
Did you just hear your intro? Are you serious? Because I just said to Dave, this intro is longer than mine. Did I not say that to you?
No, it's not.
I did say it's long. Your intro's long.
It
No,
is.
you know what it is?
It's 2.5 minutes.
No, it's longer than that.
I'm showing you right here on the timer.
Yeah, but you have to push 9 buttons. But what I'm saying is,
2 minutes and
I
42
play
seconds.
I play music, and that's what you guys count as part of the intro. But while I'm doing that, I'm hooking into all the channels to do the feeds. So I play music,
why don't
and then
you
when
do
I'm on
that
everything,
beforehand?
because then they'll hear me dicking around setting it up.
Well, that's cool. That's
No,
like-
I don't want it going out on a network. Me sitting there going, "Hey, babe, can you get me a cheeseburger?" I mean,
why not?
Come
That's
on.
funny.
Can you get me some clean underwear? I shit in these yesterday, and it's really uncomfortable on the seat.
That's radio gold.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, you.
No, it's hooking up the feeds is what it is. I'm building a new. I just got a new system. I'm one half of my studio. I'm putting a couch now, and I'm green screening it
For guests and stuff.
Well, no, we're gonna sit and do the show sometimes, and we're gonna superimpose. If we're playing videos, we're gonna superimpose the videos behind us on the
okay.
green screen. You know, it's got technology. Gene doesn't know anything about it, but
Right. No, because the intro, it sounds like one of those video games from the 80s.
No, that's the music I play while I'm hooking in.
Yeah, it sounds like Donkey
No, the
Kong.
intro itself is like 3 minutes, but it's, you know, a lot of the people that have been on our show, kind of like what you do. So.
No, yeah, no, I do the, I have to put the disclaimer up, and then I just put like a musical intro. I add it on, but I was just wondering because.
Why do you have your sound on?
I don't know.
You worried about our sound?
It's actually because notifications are like that. Now you won't hear anything.
Your disclaimer should be, this intro sounds very technically put together, so obviously it wasn't made at Hamilton Radio. That's what your disclaimer should be.
And thank God for Joe Lemire, right?
Joe Lemire, yeah, he did that for me. It came out really nice.
That guy's voiceover is good. Is that the guy you're talking about?
He used to work for what, Z100?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's worked for so many different stations. Z100.
He's just got that voice. I love it.
Tim Eli?
No, Joe.
Tim Eli
you know
has
Joe
a nice
Lemire?
voice too.
Yeah, he does the thing with Uncle Floyd.
I'm trying.
I know the name.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of the guy, but the guy does the top 40 on Sirius XM on the channel
Casey
2.
Kasem?
No, the new one. What's his fucking?
Seacrest?
No. He's just on Sirius. He's not like a big name.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember his freak. It'll come to you in a minute. But he's in Miami and he pre-records the show and he does voiceovers for like 100 shows all around the country.
wow,
He's
that's
probably
so
making,
cool.
you know.
Yeah.
I tell her because she's got a great voice. She does all these little characters. I tell her you can make so much. She can make $2,000-3,000 a month just doing voiceovers. But that
Gina,
field
help
is
me.
very hard to crack. It's like they're like
It's kind of like the voices. Remember that guy you had on last time I was here, the guy that did the cartoon voices.
Rob Paulson.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Monkey in the Brain.
But I'm saying there's only like 10 people like Mel Blanc before him kind of thing.
It's a very closed
Yeah.
group, and it's like not easy. Even the guy John DiMaggio who did the Gears of War that
And
came
worked
on.
with Ron Paulson too.
Yeah. I mean that's. I wish I had that kind of money to make voices like that. I have a very one-track voice.
Well, you don't want my voice, do you?
You have a great voice. I don't understand. You sing well. You talk well.
You smule well.
You can only imagine
Smule
what
well?
goes on in their house.
She was singing with Sarah McLachlan today.
No, I talk to him like this.
remember.
No, she wakes up in the morning and she sounds like a
I say,
6-year-old
hello,
girl.
Carlo, you want
She
to come
wakes
in
up.
bed with me? And I'm like,
Can you make me some toast? I want some toast.
If my wife woke up in the morning and sounded like a 6-year-old girl, she would get plowed like there's no tomorrow.
And then you wake up and realize I live too close to the school.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
You need to move away from that school, Paul.
That's funny.
Ruben, get out of here, as you're not getting 5 stars.
Bye, Ruben. Watch out. Ruben, be careful. Ice is outside, and I don't mean on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to say a big shout out to Carlo Russo. He does a show. I think he's out in Syracuse. Him and I'm sorry I don't know the other guy's name, but if you watch their videos, they are hysterical. Oh my God, you got to check these guys out. Hello to Sarah Fogarty, Ronnie Welsh, Bruno Capola, Sandy DePiero, Mrs. Jean DePiero,
Mrs. DJ Danny's mommy.
John, I don't. Unfortunately, we're not big shots in New Mexico like you and go on book tours and eat cannolis with Jackie Martlin.
Again with the C word.
I can't have you call in while John is on because we don't have that technology. Don't ask me.
What,
it's
phone?
a long story. Yeah, exactly. Gene got 2 Tudoroso tomato cans and tied a string to them. But you know what,
My
Gene?
cans have money in them.
The live feed went down when I turned the bathroom light on.
He tried to make toast and the whole network went down for an hour. Gene, in about 3 minutes, try to get John on the phone.
He tried to play a CD and Taco Bell's lights went out across the street.
Hey, Gene, could you check my headphones? I'm not.
He did that once. His daughter got sent home from work that day.
I don't know why I'm not hearing. No.
These are good.
I think it's over here.
I know, but every time you're playing with that,
What?
my thing goes off. So.
Yeah, something's wrong with my.
You're messing with mine now.
You're not going to be able to,
John's
John,
go-
because he's going to be on that line, and I
Oh,
can't.
so we can't have 2 calls in one?
Yeah. If you want, I'll mention it. Just type in what you want to say, and I'll. Unfortunately.
He said he sent you some pictures on your inbox.
Gene's Vic 20 can't handle 2 phone lines.
Yeah. But and that's that. So what, Paul? What are you doing for the holidays? What kind of plans are you going? You going to England at all before the holidays?
No, actually, because of the accident, I kind of used my days up. I was planning actually going to Australia.
Oh, really?
I had a great deal to go to Australia, which I'm going to do next year instead.
So you know what? I don't want to. If it's a sore spot, I don't. But what happened with you? We're going to Anthony's house.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's me, him, and John Hollywood. We're going to Anthony's house. Hollywood had always wanted to go, and I finally gave in and fucking said he could go. And then we're going through Staten Island on 440, and this piece of shit in a VW bug clips us and pit maneuvers us, just like you've seen on TV, the cops that do the cars.
Put you into the wall?
We went left into the barrier. It's a 2-lane road. We went into the barrier in the middle, went along the barrier, back this way, and then corkscrewed into the trees.
Oh, wow.
Right. And then we all got out.
Hi, Robert.
We all got out and walked out of it like nothing happened.
Oh, I didn't see Robert. Hello, Robert.
I'm an atheist, but I did find God while we were in midair.
Wow.
While we were in midair, I found God. But, yeah, and, it was, like I said, Dave crawls out. He's dressed like Trojan Man in a Roman warrior outfit.
That's funny.
John Hollywood's dressed like Fabio from I Can't Believe It's Not Buddy, and I'm dressed like Flo from Progressive, which
that's
is
a
always
try.
hilarious on the side of a highway with 400 people rubbernecking looking
And
at
an
you.
accident,
Yeah.
Well, thank God it was October, Halloween time, because if that happened today, you'd be in trouble.
What are you talking about? You just told me the libs are okay. If I want to dress as a woman and drive a car, fuck
But not
them.
as Flo.
Yeah, I was like, what?
You were allowed to drive his flow once a month.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
The
God.
yeah, I saw.
Only to Red Bank.
I saw on Facebook. I see you in like a neck brace. I'm like, what the hell? I thought it was a joke.
The,
and
no,
then-
yeah, well, actually, that's what they thought at Andy's house. They thought I was doing like the ultimate costume prank.
Right.
But they said that they made us do full body scans and full body X-rays because
And
they
made
said
us all wear the neck
they
braces.
all had to have their braces on until all the scans came back.
Thank God you guys are
And
all right.
and they're like they made us do it because they're like, there's no way you guys didn't get injured at all during that. And of course, the next day we found out what hurts, like the back of my neck kills,
Did
middle
you
of my
get-
back when I lift stuff.
I mean, I know you. Did you get the guy who did it? You guys.
He stopped, and the first words out of his mouth weren't, "Hey, you guys okay?"
Did you
It
see
was,
that other car?
Did you see that other guy that cut me off?
Oh wow.
And that's first indication someone's full of shit.
Did you get his plate number?
I got video of him sitting in his car. He looked so pissed off, dude. I fucking Facebook lived him sitting in his
Oh,
car
wow.
with
You
his
gonna-
license plate and everything.
Are you gonna sue him or?
Oh yeah.
Oh good.
Well, actually, it's the insurance. It sucks because I'd like to sue him and take his house, but you know, it's his insurance company's going to pay it anyway.
Yeah.
What does he have, Geico? I hope.
Yes, it is Geico.
Because that's
Now
the
what
best
happened?
insurance
Now this
company.
is screwed up in New Jersey. Now Since Dave and Hollywood are in the car, they have to sue you or something?
I didn't drive. Hollywood did.
Well, whatever. Who's
No, it doesn't work that way because the accident was in New York State, so we're following their rules.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
okay.
medical comes off Hollywood's. The first
It's
$50,000 comes off Hollywood's
I was gonna
insurance.
say, it's better
The
for
rest
you.
of it comes off my own personal insurance. It has nothing to do with the car wreck.
Oh, wow.
It's better for him that it happened in New York.
Only
Oh,
for the
yeah,
first
New
50,000.
Jersey-
Yeah, because New Jersey's no fault state.
Yes, it is. So they
No,
would've had-
New York has a no fault too for the
Because my
medical
friend
part.
got into an accident. He had to sue his friend whose car it was, but
The insurance takes care of it anyway.
well, yeah, I'm just saying. But
It's
then
just
your
a pain in the ass
rates
to
go
go
up.
sue your friend.
Yeah,
True.
I can't hear anything.
I hear ring.
Hello, John.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, everybody. It is 10 o'clock. Joining us now live on the show is a iconic figure. You've seen him on the Howard Stern Show. It's a Tonight Show with Jay Leno. He's a comedian. He's an actor, and now he's a best-selling author. Excuse me. We're gonna have to edit that out later. Please welcome for the first time on the Animal House Radio, Stuttering John Melendez.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Welcome
well,
to our
first,
show.
let me just say thank you to all the troops.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, you guys serve the country. I couldn't thank you enough.
You're welcome.
That is for sure.
You're welcome.
And you know what, John? The buzz that you were coming on, they're so excited about it, and I want to thank you. And everybody's been asking us all night, when is he coming on? I said he'll be here at 10 o'clock. And I thank you for changing the time with us. I'm sorry if I didn't realize you had other stuff scheduled, but I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your schedule.
No, that's no problem. And you know what? I'm in a parking garage, so if we break up a little bit, you know, it'll get better.
Well, the best part of breaking
here.
up.
I was just gonna say, I just met you, John. You gonna break up with me already?
Hold on a second, let me just plug this in.
Yeah.
And then I'll pull out. But yeah.
That's what she said.
And he pulled out.
You know, John, I started reading the book, and it's mind-boggling. It's a tell-all, and my only question.
And by the way, I'm not good at pulling out. I have to read.
You know.
I was
I
reading.
got my tubes tied, so you're okay.
I was reading the book too, and I can't believe that you fell out with Opie over his girlfriend. Is that true? Oh, wrong book. Sorry.
But you know, you would have thought, but after all these years, why now come out with it? Why didn't this book happen sooner? Because obviously these feelings and this animosity has been around for quite a bit.
Well, let me ask you, can we curse on this show?
Absolutely.
Apparently not.
I love how you did it in tandem. Because Public is a fucking asshole. And I started this book like 3 or 4 years ago, you know, and I was like, it's time. You know, Howard Stern, I know we all love him, you know, and he was, you know, as a child, he was the most talented broadcaster in the world, but the truth is, he, is and has become a real douchebag.
Wow.
So I, in true Stuttering John fashion, decided to call him out on it.
And now you're not. I applaud your effort, but aren't you like fearful of any kind of backlash?
No. I mean, he sues me. You know, what is he going to take, my Harley?
Backslash equals book sales.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this guy he's got, look, and again, I don't hate Howard Stern.
Right.
I don't. I am grateful for him to give me my start. But I am also very honest, and I think any Stern fan will know that I'm unfiltered. I don't hold back. I don't think about, what are the ramifications if I say this and say that. And I'm certainly not going to do it when it comes to, that show. And, it's not like, hey, I'm going to trash Howard book.
Right.
It's just going to if you guys have read it, it's just very meticulously pointing out, the problems of Howard and Buchwald. There's a reason why Jackie left. I mean, there is a reason why Grillo left. I mean, they just don't take care of their own people.
Wow.
And, and if I could equate that to, and I know this is a horrible analogy, but the soldiers, you know, I mean, you got to trust your, you know,
commander,
your sergeant or whatever. I mean, you got to trust this guy. And
put faith in that chain of command.
So abusive, you know, as a boss,
right?
That it was tough for me because, I mean, I came from a father who was on one day a great guy, the greatest guy in the world. You know, like funny and loving, and then the next day would be beating the shit out of us.
Oh wow.
And that's in the book, and then I go to this, like, you know, to the Howard Stern show, and it's the same kind of repeated behavior.
Yeah.
And I was like, so that's why I told what would be my wife, you know, I got to get out of here. I mean, this is a man who told me to abort my first child because I wasn't fit to be a father.
Oh wow.
Well, you got one thing right.
You know what? It's weird because it seems like correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm a big fan of yours. I don't know everything. I'm not going to say I'm a super fan, but you started out on the Stern Show as an intern, and it seems like you never.
Wait. This is so funny. You're a big fan, but you're not going to say you're a super fan. What
no, but
like he's not a stalker.
No, I don't know every little nuance.
I'm a big fan. I'm not going to say I'm a super fan.
Carlo's not a super fan, but he's doing the radio show from the car parked behind you in the...
No, but I like, you know how some people know everything? I know a lot, and like I said, I followed you over the years, but, you know, you started out as an intern, and it seems like you never left that mystique. You know the old saying where the interns are always getting treated like, you know, low men on the totem pole, and it seems like it never left. You never got the respect that you should have.
Well, I mean, but that's okay with me. Like, yeah, but it's true. I mean, that is like the lament of most people. It isn't the way the Tonight Show ran. I mean, we had plenty of writers' assistants while I was there who became writers. You know, I mean, so it's not the same thing in television. But I will say, yeah, at the Stern Show, once an intern, always an intern. And I just want to finish that other thing about Howard telling me to abort the kid. He also told, you know, my wife to abort the kid when she was 8 months pregnant with the kid.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I would have punched him right in the freaking face.
He's not tall enough.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, because either you can punch somebody who says that and lose your job, or you can't, you know, and that was the problem that I had at the Howard Stern Show.
So was your wife mad at you for that?
It was what?
Was she mad at you for that comment?
She wasn't mad at me. She just said, wow. I mean,
yeah.
You know, it was just, you know, and it's like one of those things, like, you're conflicted. You know, here Howard gave me my start. I'm incredibly grateful that Howard gave him my start, but then in the same breath, you're like, he was an abusive boss. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, John, was this behavior only directed towards you, or everybody got treated like this?
No, it wasn't only directed at me. I mean, you know, Baba Booey got it a lot. But see, there's a difference of goofing on someone's teeth. Right. And, you know, because as you know, Gary has the biggest teeth in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, Gary as a kid, who was the only kid whose tooth fairy showed up with a wheelbarrow. But, but no, it wasn't only directed at, you know, at me. It was just, you know, it was just a place where, you know, you had to endure it and just take it. Take the $10,000 a year salary to be on the E! Show, because if you didn't, then you would look bad in the Stern Show, and that's why I think that people just, you know, if we talk about my book, easy for you to say, it's about just kind of, you know, tearing the mask of the Stern Show, of the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, of the guests that were on, you know, of both shows, and trust me, it's funny. It's not some angry, bitter guy, which is how I know I sound right now. But that's not what it is. It's just it's more of just taking everybody through a ride through my life.
If you did it all again, would you have bailed at a different point? Would you have fought back? Would you have left if you did it again?
If I could do it, what do you mean?
If you
doing the Stern Show?
Yeah. If you went, no, I'm saying if you went back in time, knowing everything you know now, would you have made different decisions with your career?
Would you do it all over again?
Would you do it the same, or is there anything you should have changed or would have changed?
Well, first of all, why is there an English guy who's in the U.S. military?
This is No Filter Paul, Mr. Stuttering John.
This is what?
That's No Filter Paul. He's one of the hosts here on the show.
I used to be on with Opie and Anthony years ago, back when we were fighting you guys. I was one of the guys. I was notorious because one time Howard did an appearance at Letterman, and I super glued a WOW sticker on the back of his limo.
Yeah, but aren't you? But wait a second. So you're English?
Yes. Yeah.
Aren't you the idiots who decided to wear red and fight a war in the woods?
Yes, yes, that was us. But I was. That was a few years before I was. It might have been my granddad, but yeah.
They've evolved.
Oh, I'm sorry. You would have worn purple.
Yeah, there you go. It's the 21st century, buddy.
Hey, John, I got to say, over the years watching you do your interviews were so groundbreaking, and it was like a springboard for a lot of people because you shook things up, and just some of the things you. One of the funniest things I remember you doing. You asked Ray Dawn Chong if she ever got high standing next to her father, and it was just the little things like that, and your whole character came out of that. That's the, and like I said, I know.
But he's no super fan.
No, listen. All right, enough with the super fan shit. But those are the memories I remember. He took a lot of shit about spending $117 on laundry when they went away somewhere at a hotel, but his interviews, how he, were you?
Yeah, but here's the problem, dude. I shit in my underwear a lot. I mean, it costs a lot of money to clean that.
That sounds familiar. You talk about Carlo being a super fan. He's a super fan of anyone that calls into the show. Jared Fogle called in a few weeks ago, and he was a super fan of him.
Oh, never. No way. But,
well, you know what? We can all be happy that Jared Fogle is accepting the footlong right now.
That's a bit of an unjust punishment if he gets 10 years of getting ass fucked when he enjoys it.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
That's crazy.
Well, I don't know if he'll enjoy it, but at least he'll maintain his thinness.
Some black guy.
Believe that Jared Fogle had the easiest job in the world. Just pretend that he lost all his weight from eating Subway, and then he somehow fucks that up.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, how do you do that?
Some big guy in jail comes up behind him and says, "Do you want the double meat?"
No. How about
but as far as what I think you were saying is, look, a lot of Stern fans would always say, "Well, John, I mean, was it a smart decision to leave Howard to do the Tonight Show?" And the truth is, it was the only decision, for me. It was. I wanted to get out of the Stern Show so badly for the reasons that I told you about. Just it wasn't and look, I can take a joke. Look, I know the military can take jokes. We goof on each other all the time. I'm fine with that. It's just if you look, it's the behind the scenes bullying of saying, this is what we're going to pay you. If you don't like it, you can leave. But it was, which is fine, but it was also the verbal abuse. And this was a guy that I idolized.
Right.
So, so I knew. I mean, look, dude, I don't care, whatever, part of the military that's listening. If you had, a boss who said that you suck at everything, that you're nothing without, that sergeant or that commander. That you suck and you be nothing without me. At some point,
Hello?
out of here.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I couldn't wait to get out of there. I told my wife after 5 years of being there, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. And who knew it would take another 10 years to get the job on the Tonight Show.
Right. You wanted your own. I mean, you created an identity for yourself on the Stern Show, but you wanted to. I mean, you earned that job on the Tonight Show, and you did it all on your own. I mean, yeah, albeit you came from the Stern Show, but that was a chance for you to spread your wings, and actually do something that didn't have nobody else had control over. This was Stuttering John finally breaking free.
Yeah, and it was so nice. I mean, I got to. Hey, look. I went to NYU for film and television. I always wanted to be a director. I got to direct Charlie Sheen, Adam Sandler, Quentin Tarantino in bits that I wrote for them. I mean, I got to, live this great life. I always equate that my life is like Forrest Gump, only I was too stupid to invest in Apple stock. I mean, I've been able to do anything I've ever wanted to do. As the Army would say, be all you can be.
True.
And I have been. And, I have been all my life. I don't take no for an answer.
Right.
I don't believe in the word can't. And that's just who I am.
Fast forwarding now to the Tonight Show, as a comedian myself, growing up over the years, I respected Jay Leno, but the one thing I didn't like about him was that the man has got more money than you can count on, and he used to, and I got this from a fellow comedian who lives out in L.A. He used to go in and pop in and do sets at certain clubs, and I believe it was the Comedy Store, the Laugh Factory.
No, the Comedy and Magic Club.
Magic Club, yeah. He used to go there and do spots, park his $100,000 car right in front of the place, do a spot. And then I heard at one time he wouldn't leave until the owner paid him. At this point in your life, you're really worried about what could they possibly be pay you at a club like that, at your caliber, that you actually stood there and waited for the owner to give you money, when in fact it just turned me off to him. And from that,
all right, well, let me change that lament. First of all, I don't believe that Jay would have hung out and waited. And I will say this, though. He works at the Comedy and Magic Club, and he does get paid cash, and that's what he, uses throughout the week. But now, the truth about Jay is that here is a guy that gave us Christmas bonuses that were in the thousands of dollars. Every Christmas, he spent $5 million on his 150 employees. And I will say this, for anybody questioning Jay's, generosity, is, first of all, his door was always open for any staffer. If you're a page, meaning an intern, or, for you guys, a private. I mean, his door was always open to anybody. The executive just doesn't matter. Jay would talk to anybody. He has helped, his staff, 150, 200 people. If they had, a relative, a sibling, whatever, going through a real problem with cancer, whatever it was, if they were in a hospital and they needed money, Jay always doled up the money and paid for it. And if I could just end with this about Jay, when NBC, in their ultimate stupidity, decided to, move Jay out for the second time, the first time with Conan, which we all know was a debacle, and I talk about it in my book. I'll do a plug, easy for you to say, available on Amazon, and and hopefully like all the troops would love it because it's funny. I'm a comedian, and you would love it, and it's all about my interviews and everything else. I'm Stern and Leno, but I will say this, and I hope this will change your mind about Jay, is when they said to Jay, okay, we're gonna ask you to leave in February because we want to promote Jimmy Fallon during the Olympics. And, and Jay's contract wasn't up until that September. He said, they said, well, will you just step down and, and let us hire Jimmy Fallon and that'll be it. And Jay said, that's okay. I will step down, but I want my whole staff, that's 150 people, to be paid their full salary from February to September, in bulk. And we all, for me as a writer, I got a six-figure salary,
Wow.
a six-figure bulk check from NBC, and that's because Jay Leno fought for all of us.
Wow. Well, see, I didn't know that.
See, that's what I'm saying. You can't really believe what
Well,
you
I mean,
hear.
it just rubbed me the wrong way when I heard about that because a guy who clearly doesn't need the money.
And to be honest, what you heard about, and I don't think there's anything wrong with someone wanting to get paid after they, performed. And if they were in fear of not getting their money, no matter how much money they have, it's none of no one's concern. They should get paid for their time regardless.
But the point is he wasn't asked to perform. He just popped in and did a set, and then it was looking for money. A guy who's clearly not destitute. But that aside,
No. Hold on a second. I got to call you out on that because Jay does. It had to be a Sunday. Jay's OCD guy, just like I am, just like Howard was. We all have OCD. Jay only does the Comedy and Magic Club on a Sunday night, and that's his time to do it there. And the owner always pays him in cash, and that's Jay's deal with the owner, and the owner loves Jay because Jay brings so many people in there. And that's why, whoever told you the story just sounds like a disgruntled comic who wants to create a story that is untrue about Jay. Hey, look, I'm the first person that will bite into a story like that, but I know if it's true or not. I know it's not true about Jay.
Well, I stand corrected. I appreciate you clearing it up for me. It sheds a lot of light on it. Like I said, I always admired Jay, growing up and stuff, and enjoyed the Tonight Show and stuff. But when I heard that, it just rubbed me the wrong way. But now, I'm glad you cleared that up for me. I'm really. I guess you're right when you get you hear things from one person to the next, and it's like the telephone game. It always changes and stuff like that. But now, John, you've been doing comedy a long time. What made you decide to get into that? Was it from being on the Stern Show and having the opportunity to do that, or was that something you wanted to do?
No, that's another thing is look, I always wanted to be a stand-up, but the problem was I stuttered, and I still do. I know I'm not stuttering now, but I do stutter, and I always wanted to be a stand-up since I was a kid, but I was always afraid that I would stutter on every joke, and it took an epiphany for me to go. I mean, shit, I'm asking celebrities about the bowel movements. Get on stage and tell a few jokes.
That's funny.
Going back to when you were on the Stern Show and you weren't getting paid a lot of money, was the notoriety you were getting kind of like a driving force that you kind of put up with that shit? Because, I know when I was on O&A, they had me do all kinds of horrific shit, but my name was getting out there. Not like yours, of course. You were way above, the Stern Show was way above when it came to the characters on there. But was that a driving force in you hanging around for that 10 years? The notoriety was a plus or something you needed?
Well, yeah, it was, we all get our start from somewhere. It's like Adam Sandler got his start from SNL, and I got my start from Howard Stern. Now, obviously, I haven't had the same success as Adam Sandler, but I got my start from Howard, which is why, like, even in the book, I say I love him. I'm grateful to him. But, you know, I mean, that was one of the things. I mean, I got my start from there. And I'm totally happy with that. It's just, look, I mean, even in the book, I talk about what Howard has become. And I don't know if any of you guys have gotten the book, but I talk about the things that he has become now, where his hallway is cleared and no, you know, not one of his staff is allowed to talk to him in the hallway. You know, it's just like a weird thing. It's almost like
he's stuck up.
You know, it's like one of those things that you want to analyze. Like, what happened to this guy? You know,
was something that hallway stuff? Was that a part of when Opie said good morning to him and he wasn't allowed to walk down the same corridor at the same time?
I think so. I think that was one of the first things.
And then
Well,
Opie,
look,
Opie got his cleaning lady
if
to
you
let him
want
in.
to get dark, and I know that I'm gonna seem like the villain here to a lot of the troops that are listening, and I'm not the villain. Like I said, I love Howard, but there is a sad thing when Scott the engineer, Scott Salem, all right, and here is a guy that has been with Howard for 30 years and has been a loyal servant of Howard. And his wife was dying of cancer, and he needed like $50,000 to, you know, to maintain her drug, you know, and he went to Howard. Howard didn't give him a dime. In fact, when he went to Howard, Howard said, you know, this was in Howard's hallway. He said, you know, you're not allowed to speak to me here.
That sucks.
And this is how bad it gets. Scott had to set up a GoFundMe page. And Marcy Turk is the new person in, you know, charge of the Stern Show. She's even in head of Baba Booey. And she, you know, told Scott if he sets up a GoFundMe campaign, he can't say he's Scott the engineer, and he can't say he's from the Howard Stern Show. And Scott did go ahead and set up the GoFundMe campaign, and why shouldn't he? He's fighting for his wife's life.
Sure.
And you know, he raised the money, but unfortunately,
she died.
His wife died. But because of that GoFundMe, and I know this firsthand, and you know, because of that GoFundMe, he has been demoted to another floor of the Sirius building, a floor below where Howard broadcasts from. He's been written out of every script, every bit of Howard's, and you know, this is because that Howard was embarrassed that Scott, you know, had to go and, you know, and ask for money because he couldn't get any help from Howard.
Howard's like the total opposite of Jay. I think Howard was concerned that if he helped one person, everybody would put their hand out, where Jay would help anyone, right? So
was Howard?
Yeah, but see, that's, you know, and you know, I guess that's the argument. But come on, how many people are gonna have a wife that is dying?
Right. That's an extreme circumstance. That's not, and you know, it's not like I need money to go on vacation or something. This is, you know, was he always like this, John, or he just morphed into this kind of person after a while?
Well, the red flags were there, and you know, and I'll talk about, you know, his red flag list if you guys want, but you know, I talk about it in my book. But the red flags were there that on Christmas one year, now you got to remember, and it's kind of funny, like Jay Leno, you know, would give us, you know, 3,000-4,000, you know, as a Christmas bonus, whatever it was. And, you know, but once when I was still an intern, you know, with Howard, maybe 2 or 3 years in, because I didn't start making any money until like the 3rd year. But Howard once, for Christmas, sent me, and I swear to God, guys, I still have the picture, sent me a canister of popcorn with 3 different flavors: regular, cheddar, and caramel.
Nice.
And
The good stuff.
And I swear to you guys, I put my arm in the can thinking that it was a joke and there would be a check on the bottom of it.
Oh,
like,
wow.
as if it would be like a Cracker Jack box. And, you know, it turned out that when Howard was goofing on all of our presidents, that we got him, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just call him out for that dumbass gift, and I did, and Mike Angie, you know, I walk out, and, you know, Howard's like, oh, that was Allison, that wasn't me, you know, his ex-wife, and when I walked out of the studio, Mike Angie goes, holy shit, John, I did the same thing.
Hey, popcorn is worth its weight in gold in some countries.
Yeah, right.
Maybe because you guys were so ungrateful for that.
So there are indications, and I will give you this also, is that, you know, when Howard, you know, even his staff now, you know, their Christmas gift when they went to satellite was a satellite radio with a year's subscription, and you know he didn't pay for that. You know what I mean?
Right. Wow.
Do you think because you guys were so fucking shitty about those gifts that he pretty much said at that point, I'm not helping anyone?
No, I think he's just a cheap fuck.
John, it's pronounced Jew.
I was just going to say that, but I didn't want to be rude, but yeah. Sorry.
No, I don't even believe in that. You know,
Oh, my God.
That's just a coincidence.
Right.
I just think it's Howard's, his way has always been to be cheap. Now, that being said, I am completely shocked about the way he handled Scott the engineer. And you know what? For those of people that are listening who love Howard and like will probably go, fuck that, John Moynihan or whatever,
right.
I will promise you, everything I'm saying is 100% truthful, and it is corroborated sometimes by the actual source.
Oh,
and
wow.
I think you guys could read through the lines on that.
Yeah.
Every Stern fan that I knew when I was first living in America, they gave up on Stern the second he got divorced and started hanging out with celebrities and models and shit. Because you could relate to him while he was married to, like, you know, a regular woman and dealing with his wife and his kids. But then as soon as he fucking stopped that, everybody, like, ugh, you know?
Yeah. John,
I mean, it's sad. And, you know, there are tons of stories in my book, and I have to promote the book, obviously, but there are stories good. You know, I have a chapter called The Good, the Bad, and the Buoy. It's chapter 9.
Chapter 9.
But there are a lot of, like, you know, things that I will say good. A lot of the times I hung out with Howard. I remember there's a great story of me and my wife Suzanne, or as they goof on me for saying her name was Suzanne, and, you know, Howard and Beth and Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne went out to dinner at Nobu. You know, and that's the thing. I was in Howard's inner circle, which fucking, you know, made Gary fucking grind his teeth even more because I was like Howard's good buddy, and Gary was never allowed in the inner circle because Howard fucking knew Gary was an idiot.
Oh, boy.
And you know, we were at Nobu, and, you know, it's all of us. And I don't know if you guys know, in Manhattan, like, Nobu's a shishi fucking sushi restaurant.
Yeah.
But they play in the bathroom, in the men's bathroom, they play like this, like, you know, this sound of the ocean. And I think it's because they want it to be all zen, or because they want us guys to pee quicker. You know how that works. You get the sound of water, you pee quicker.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be, you know, we're all having dinner, and Ozzy goes, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And he goes to the bathroom, and he spends 20 minutes in there, and he doesn't come out. So finally, like, where the fuck is Ozzy? He walks out, and he goes, I don't understand. You know, I went and got a chair, and I pulled it up and looked out the little window from the bathroom, but I hear water, but I don't see any ocean. Like, Ozzy, that's a fucking tape.
Oh, that's too funny. Hey, John, out of all the celebrity interviews that you did, which one was your favorite that you did?
It's funny because, you know, I mean, asking the Dalai Lama, the people go up to you and say, hello, Dolly, you know, was awesome. I mean, asking Ringo Starr at a big press conference, I mean, and there were 300 reporters there going, hey, Ringo, what did you do with the money? And he goes, what money? And you go, the money your mom gave you for singing lessons. I mean, that's gotta register high. But I mean, you know, getting strangled by Lou Reed for asking him if he still masturbated, and you know, and judging by his grip, he does.
Especially while the color girls sing.
Yeah.
I got punched in the nose for asking Raquel Welch, are they drooping yet? I think she hit me with the left one.
Boob?
I asked OJ if he would sign my knife.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
And,
Did he?
You know, coincidentally, he already had his own.
Oh, my. Hey, John, who was the guy that you...
Wait, hold on. But here's the best response I ever got. And it was from an old friend, Joan Rivers, without skipping a beat. This is how brilliant she was. I said, Joan, do you think ugly people should be allowed to have children? And she said, no, and I told your parents that.
That is so funny.
But that was a badge of honor to get insulted
We have
by her.
one of our listeners says the best interview was with Martin Downey Jr.
Oh, Morton Down. He was an enemy of the show at one point, and then he became. They sort of patched things up, I think.
Well, not really, but yeah, I did ask him if he saved his warts in a pickle jar, and, you know, that he had removed. And yeah, he punched me. He was the first punch I ever took. I actually had to finally sue Sharon Stone because, you know, her bodyguard pulled me out of the MTV Awards with his four fingers in my mouth and pulled me out by my mouth.
Oh, wow.
And I pushed him twice, and then he just laid me out, and all his cop friends. He was an ex-horse cop. They all jumped on my back and ended up having to go to the emergency room. So I sued. You know, I asked him, will there be any upcoming crotch scenes? It was after Basic Instinct.
Oh my God! That's
But
too funny.
I ended up suing her, and I settled out of court for $15,000.
That's so funny.
That non-disclosure's working out well then.
Now, John, you're doing you're doing your own podcast now.
Yeah, the Stuttering John podcast. That's where I pranked your commander-in-chief.
That was funny.
Where did you come up with the idea for that? That is, I don't know. I'm surprised you even got him on the phone because it's not easy to do something like that.
Called him back.
Apparently, and no offense to the military, but apparently, you know, I mean, here's the thing. The only reason we decided to call the president was because Casey Armstrong from the old Stern Show was busy. Apparently, it's more unbelievable, you know, besides getting in touch with the president, that Casey Armstrong is too busy. But it was so easy. It took me less than 2 hours to get Jared Kushner and Donald Trump calling me from Air Force One.
Oh,
I mean, you know, whatever. Look, and I know the military is very, you know, and I'm not here to trash Trump or anything else. It's just amazing how easy it was for this stuttering idiot to get through to Air Force One and be able to have a 5-minute conversation with the president.
I have a question.
I mean, look,
Oh, sorry.
he thought I was Senator Bob Melendez. Look, all of you guys, I don't sound senatorial. I sound janitorial.
Yeah, I have a question for you. I asked this to the other comedians on the show today. How do you feel about a lot of comedians using politics in their material recently?
I don't do it. Like
Yeah,
I
I respect
I
that.
don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I'm taking Jay Leno's lead. When
Yes.
we were all writers on the Tonight Show with Jay. I mean, it was always down the middle. If you're gonna goof on Obama, then you got to goof on Bush. It had to be down the middle. And it's, because Jay was smart enough to know you don't want to alienate one side, and that's the way I am with stand-up. I don't even talk about politics.
Yeah, no, I agree. It turns me
Yeah,
off,
'cause
to be honest. I don't even watch
It's-
any
yeah, that gets-
comedies at night anymore. There's nothing.
It's the old Michael Jordan rule, Republicans and Democrats
It's all
both buy my sneakers.
It's all recycled. Each channel, every late show, it's always the same bullshit.
Yeah, even with the
yeah, and it's too polarizing.
Yeah.
And that's why, like in my stand-up, I talk about childbirth. I talk about my life on the Stern and Tonight Show. I don't I talk about all my observations, but I don't get political, and I would not for me, I would not recommend that to any comic because you're going to alienate.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
audience.
I agree with you.
Our shows too is non-political, and I like it like that. better.
Vote Hillary.
John, one of our syndicated stations down in Florida, the one of the
Louis.
producers down there, Louis Cedeno, he wants to know if you were obviously there's some kind of animosity between you and Howard. If given the chance, would you want to mend fences with him, and would you go on his show again if given the chance, or that's a?
Oh yeah, we called Baba Booey on my last week on my podcast. And my manager is also my producer on my podcast. And I have Gary's number because he hasn't changed it in 37 years. And I have his cell phone number, and my producer called him and said, "Hey, we'd like to book John Melendez on the show." And Gary immediately hung up. So
Oh, wow.
I would. Yeah, it was almost as if he got a call from his childhood dentist. But but here's the thing: I would do the show any time. See, and that's the weird thing because the last time I hung out with Howard physically was at his mansion in Southampton, and which, by the way, we could all just go, holy shit. I mean, it was, I don't know, it was like 18 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, one for Howard if he wanted to cook and one for his cook. I mean, you're talking about an infinity pool on the beach in the Hamptons. You're talking about 3 stories, an elevator, a bowling alley, and, like everything. And, and Howard, we had a great time. I mean, like the one thing Howard said to me is, which was really kind. He said, speaking about the interviews and me, he said, John, you were the best at it. I mean, you're just great at it.
Yeah.
And that was the last time that we talked, and we had a really great time. We had dinner, me and my wife and him and his, and it's sad that he can't, embrace his old staff, but he can't.
Yeah.
It's not who he is anymore.
Wow.
It's like as if he, was, he's been impregnated by invasion of the body snatch.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Dave, you had a
He's just
question?
not the same guy.
Dave?
John, this is Dave Hodge here. Do you have any other future political ambitions anymore, or was that one-time shot it?
Oh, me running for senator?
Well, your Senate run, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was kind of a goof. I just was so upset, and no offense, I was upset by Trump winning, and I was like, well, if this reality star can do it, like, why shouldn't I? But
why not?
It was more of a goof than anything else. I mean, I would love to, do something politically, but I think that in the landscape for me, and I do have a TV show that I'm going to announce soon. It's going to be being on the red carpet. It's going to be really asking, politicians the questions, and both Democrat and Republican, the questions that nobody else will ask.
Good.
Do you regret when you got Trump on the phone during that call? Do you regret not going for his throat? And it felt like I don't know if you held yourself back a little bit, but you kind of had a regular conversation with him. Do you wish you just said fuck it and just gone crazy?
Well, here's the problem, and if I did, it would result in a hang-up.
Yeah, it would have gave it away. Yeah.
And he would have hung up. So yes, like in my head, I was going to ask him what he reads on the bowl, and how often does when's the last time he banged Melania? But the thing is, it wouldn't have worked. So I just wanted. The whole reason we called you, this is the one thing, because people say, well, it was great that you got through, but it wasn't funny. That was not my goal.
Right.
When we called him, it was to actually talk about policy. That was the reason. It wasn't to goof on him. It was to talk about policy. Now, that being said, I could have done that, and it would have been a funnier ending to the call, but I was, that wasn't my goal. It was to really see how long I could keep him on the phone and expose how easy it was to get through to the White House and get through to Air Force One. That was the funny part about it. It wasn't about, anything that I would have said.
Right. Just I hear what you're saying. Gisela, you had a question?
Yes. Michael Lepowski wrote in. He wants to know how much of the fighting on the Stern Show was staged and how much was real.
Well, that's a great question. And, here is the truth, and I talk about it in my book. When I was there, all the fighting was 100% organic.
Oh, wow.
And that's, I think, was the special thing about the Howard Stern Show.
Mm-hmm.
It was all organic. There was no, if I was mad at Baba Booey, then it was exposed on the show. There was no, fake fights. Everything was real, which explains A.J. Benza slapped me in the face, which explains me and Crazy Cabby having a boxing match. I mean, it was all real. There was no fake shit going on. What happened, though, was, now, the people that are there, like Sal and Richard, they create things, and it's disingenuous. It's not real. And I think for any Howard Stern fan, they got to go, oh, my God. I mean, this is not me goofing on Jackie for cutting off his toenails because he trusted a doctor on Penny Saver. This is not, this is not me goofing on Artie for, ordering half the side of a menu at a restaurant. This is just totally, contrived. And that's my lament on what Howard has become. And a lot of the guys on the show, they're not real arguments. They're not real fights. The one thing he had with me, Artie, Jackie, and, Fred, when Fred would speak, it was organic. It was real. And, Howard's show was the first, if I could say it, I don't think I'm going out on a limb, Howard's show was the first reality show ever. And it was just all of us because we were all from dysfunctional families.
Right.
Howard was abused. Robin was abused. I was abused. Baba Booey was abused. Fred was abused. It was all these people that were in such a toxic environment that created all this humor and arguing that would make people show up late to work. It was a real thing. I don't think it's the same anymore. Sal is not real, and I love Sal, but he's not real. They're just trying too hard, if you will.
Right, I see what you're saying, yeah.
What did you think when they signed it serious that Baba Booey supposedly got that $1 million salary? Is there any truth to that?
No, he never got $1 million salary. He got $800,000, which has been decreased to $600,000.
Yeah, right. But,
because they only do 3 days a week. I know everything there. I know it drives Baba Booey crazy, but I have so many inside sources there. Talk about a deep throat. I got I know everything that is going on there on a daily basis, and I know Gary is when he's not sleeping at work is trying to figure out how the hell I know so much. I mean, in my book, I list a lot of the things on the red flag list, which I don't know if you guys know is the things that they're not allowed to talk about. I reveal, the core, which is Howard's new Zen bullshit thing that is so douche chilly. I mean, and douche chill is like so embarrassing that, Howard would even ask people there what's the third bullet point of the core? And if they didn't answer, they'd be in trouble. I mean, if they didn't answer correctly. This is a guy that has changed so immensely. It is unbelievable. I know a lot of people, you're just bitter. I'm not bitter. I got out. I got out like, Tim Robbins in Shawshank Redemption. I mean, I fucking climbed through a pile of shit and got out to a better life. And if you could equate anything to my departure at the Stern Show, was Tim Robbins lifting his hands in the rain after he climbed through that shit and was like, I'm finally free. And that's what I did. And that's why Fred, who's always been jealous of me and so envious, and that's why, look, I'm going to tell you guys this. You could say, whatever you want. I sound bitter, whatever. Fucking Mary Delabate said it best. When I was there for my last week, on that Friday, I was in Baba Booey's office, and he called his wife Mary because she wanted to say something to me. And she was on speakerphone. And Mary said, John, we're so jealous of you.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Now, ingest that for a second.
Baba Booey's getting fired tomorrow now.
That Gary couldn't have waited to get out of there, too. And I know that. Fred wanted to get out, but they couldn't figure out a way to get out. And just, I don't know. I was lucky enough, smart enough, or was like enough of a hustler to get my fucking stuttering ass out of there.
I know you said you have a podcast. Where can people find your podcast?
Stuttering John Podcast is on iTunes, and I always post links on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Stuttering John M. And, I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
You can find me, stutteringjohnmelendez.com.
Hey, Dave, you had the...
Yeah, I just want to, before we, get going on this, I just want to say, I know I'm probably never going to get a chance to tell Howard this, so I just want to tell you, and, that show was very, crucial for me growing up.
Right.
No, I'm being serious. When I was, getting ready for high school, my dad forced me to work in a warehouse, you know what I mean? We would listen to Howard on the way to work. It was something that I bonded with my dad, you know what I mean? And it got me, it was a show that got people to not just listen to junk music on the radio, it got us to actually talk about things. And the evolution of talk radio and podcasts and everything comes from those humble beginnings that you're a part of. And I just want to say thank you for everything you've done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. And, something else that I'm very proud of, and I didn't even know that this was going to be something, because I already said that, I just wanted to get out. I didn't know that by becoming the announcer on The Tonight Show as a stutterer was going to be inspirational to a lot of, stuttering children. And I was the keynote speaker at the National Stuttering Association convention in Chicago, and, it was so nice, and I mentor, still to this day, I mentor stuttering kids, and it's so nice. I never thought about it at the time, but it's so nice that, they have someone else to look up to, go, wow, this guy defied all odds, what are the odds, 1,000,000 to 1 to become the announcer on the greatest late night show in the world as a stutterer?
Yeah.
Well, you were. I know it's you're gonna think I'm bullshit, but you are a role model to a lot of people. You were a groundbreaker. You set the bar for a lot of people with the interviews, and what you did when you left the Stern Show and what you're doing now is great. And I know we ran a long time with you, but John, as a fan, not a super fan. I'm trying to get to the
No,
super
you're not
fans.
a super fan.
No,
you know what?
I want to
if
be.
you read
I'm
my story in the book about my time with Conroy Arnold. I guarantee
You'll be a super
you will
fan.
have a tear in your eye after that story. Who was a stuttering kid. I guarantee you'll become a super fan after that.
Oh,
He loves
absolutely.
doing tear jerking.
I absolutely will. And John, would you do us a favor before you leave?
Sure.
Could you do a station ID for us?
Yeah, and I just want to say I'm sorry if I was breaking up. See, I'm in L.A. and it's raining, and L.A. treats rain as if we're having a 10.0
snowstorm.
I mean,
True.
I'm from New York. You know, it rains, it snows. Nobody can. In L.A., there's a drizzle, and they fucking call emergency warning alert out here.
That's okay.
So I apologize. I was in traffic when I was driving.
That's
But so you want me to do a station ID?
Yeah, basically what you're going to do, you'll introduce yourself and say you're listening to the Animal House radio show on the Hamilton Radio Network.
All right. And by the way, Animal House is one of my favorite comedies of all time.
Oh, it is the greatest. I agree with you.
Yeah. I saw it when it was out in theaters, and believe it or not, I'm showing my age. It was only 98 cents in those days to get in.
Wow.
All right. So just tell me again. You listen to Animal House.
The Animal House radio show. Introduce yourself, who you are. The Animal House radio show on the Hamilton Radio Network.
Okay. Hey, motherfuckers! This is Stuttering John Melendez. Oh, all right.
That's getting left in.
Molasses, I like that.
Molasses.
I like
Definitely leave that in.
Yeah.
Animal House Network
Yeah.
on Hamilton Radio.
Hamilton Radio, yeah.
Hello, everybody. This is Stuttering John Melendez, and you're listening to the Animal House Network on Hamilton Radio. Tell me again.
Okay.
He's so cute.
This is going to be the longest bumper ever.
Animal House radio show
On the Hamilton Radio
on the
Network.
Hamilton Radio Network. Take 3.
All right. Hey, this is Stuttering John Melendez, and go fuck yourself. Now, here we go.
Can I use that one?
Animal House
Radio show
on.
the Hamilton Radio Network.
Hey, this is Stuttering John Melendez. You're listening to the Animal. All right. I got it. This is great. Just keep playing this.
Do you need us to text you, John?
Stuttering John Melendez.
I can text you if you want.
Hey, this is Stuttering John Melendez, and you're listening to the Animal House radio show on the Hamilton Radio Network.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, John, the holidays are coming up, and our Christmas show is next week. Do you want to send out a message to our troops, the servicemen and women overseas? You want to say anything?
Yes. I want to tell all the troops and everyone overseas, I love you. Thank you so much for serving our country. You deserve way more credit. My father also is a veteran.
Oh, wow.
He had a veteran funeral. I just want to say I support you wholeheartedly, and I would love to come and perform for you guys stand-up wise. Thank you again for your service. I know how hard it is to be away from your children. That would kill me. So thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Everybody, listen up. Please pick up John's book, Easier Said Than Done. It's on Amazon.com.
No, easy for you to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. Easy for you to say. I'm
He
sorry.
couldn't do the plug. and now you guys.
See, because you're not a super fan.
What is it? Easier said than done, right?
No, it's
No,
easy for you to say.
Oh, easier.
Easy for you to say.
You say it.
Pick up Stuttering John's book, Easy for You to Say, on Amazon.com. I guarantee you it's a great read. You won't be disappointed.
And follow him on social media.
Yeah, please follow him on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and support this guy. He's a great guy. And John, in all seriousness, I apologize for butchering that, but consider yourself a friend of the show.
I apologize for taking 7 takes on that fucking.
Now, consider yourself a friend of the show, and if you ever need anything, you have an open invite anytime you want to come on, my friend.
All right, and thanks all of you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stuttering John Melendez. Give him a round of applause. Stuttering John Melendez. Give him a round of applause. John, thank you. Continued success.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. That was good.
That went great until you got the book name wrong.
You know what? I kept...
You were stuttering.
Nah,
Then again,
yeah.
he couldn't say his own fucking name, so...
No, that was funny. I gotta listen to all those outtakes.
I want to steal that little piece from my show.
Oh, yeah.
We should just go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you can have it. No problem. But I want to thank No Filter Paul for coming in. It was always
we're done
great
already?
to see him. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. We're way past time.
But Gene doesn't want to go see his wife anyway. He's hoping she... What time she go to bed, Gene?
She's in bed.
All right, so 1:30 we can do the show, too.
She's in bed right now with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That bastard.
No. I want to thank everybody for listening in tonight, and everybody in the chat room and overseas and on Raw Talk Online, Q-Star FM, DLG Radio Orlando, and American Forces Network. We will see you all next week for our Christmas party.
No plugs.
Have a great night. This is the Animal House Radio Show.
No plugs then, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, hold on. Take two. Okay. Let's go.
Four.
We're going to go with plugs.
Take
four.
95. Go ahead, Dave.
No, you gotta do Broadway.
They were going to wish us a happy anniversary, both of them.
We have a show coming up at Broadway Comedy Club on the 17th at 7 p.m. We have one at Greenwich Village Comedy Club on the 15th of January at 7:30 p.m. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, at nofilterpaul. And I'm hosting the Eagles Christmas party and the Eagles at Morristown on December 27th.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the Eagles? Philadelphia Eagles?
No, the
No,
Eagles,
not
like
the
Elks,
like the Elks.
Eagles.
Not,
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on. I've only been doing this a year and a half. Fuck.
I hear Eagles.
Dude, you think I'd be doing this show if I'm hosting the Eagles fucking Christmas party?
Can you imagine?
I wouldn't do my show.
Dave, what do you got?
Well, I'm basically going to be at Broadway in Greenwich Village as well with him. Also, aren't we both on that show for the Festivus show, the holiday show? That
Oh, the 23rd of December.
Festivus for the rest
I don't know
of
where
us?
that is though.
Yeah.
No, I'm not on the Roselle one. You do. I'm not on that yet.
You're not on the Roselle show. I'm on the 18th, but
December 23rd somewhere. Just go to No Filter Paul on Facebook and it'll be posted on there or
DaveHodge.com.
DaveHodge.com.
All right. And Gisela has got, the new business that she's been doing. So if you have anything that you want done for the holidays, whether it be a design on a clothing, baby's clothes, adult shirts, kids shirts, she does it all. Gisela?
GiselaBella.com.
GiselaBella.com.
Find me at Princeton Medical, the cardiologist. No.
Dave, before we get out of here, I got to tell you, how fucking pissed off are you at Pittsburgh? I've never seen a game like that in my life where you're up almost 3 touchdowns and you
I
lose.
blame the refs from that first goal because they started getting a little momentum after they blew.
Once that happened, the whole
false start, the game basically changed at that point.
I just don't get it how this team. They can't stop nobody. They could score, but they just can't. I don't understand. I'm just so.
And on that note,
But we'll see you all next week for the Christmas party. And thanks everybody for joining in with us tonight. We'll see you all next week. This is the Animal House Radio Show.
The Animal House.
CarlosAcock.com.